I'm done talking about it. My communities are going to be done posting about it. Yeah, that's it. This includes the Willie Mac stuff. For the rest of the commentary people, I don't give a fuck about them. I don't care. If you guys want to shit on them, go for it. I don't care. I think one of the most upsetting things about everything that happened, there's two really upsetting things. One, it gave two huge communities this whole kind of weird lefty apparatus, and then all of the snarkers slash anti-fans slash Kiwi farmers, this was like their gold mine of attention and shit.
Yeah! So now we're going to watch Destiny's actual reaction. It's an hour and 16 minutes long. We're going to watch as much of it as we possibly can, but I obviously recommend that you check out the original, like always on the Nicholas DeOrio YouTube channel.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest
because my fat, cake-consuming, blabbering mouth is going to make this extremely difficult for you to concentrate on, because I'm going to pause like every 20 seconds.
I have been relentlessly attacked, okay, by the Kleins, all right? Ethan recycles a whole bunch of stuff from a Ryan Beard video, plus other things. There's a whole bunch of like random statements that people make about me and about things that I've done, 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago, and I figure I could probably just address.
Oh, I already got a pause. So he's saying, dude, he just pulled shit from the Ryan Beard video. Well, he quite literally reacted to the Ryan Beard video, for one. And for two, Ryan Beard's video is really good. Ryan Beard has a problem with the takes that Ethan even makes around his own video. Ryan Beard's video is it's actually awesome. It's literally the best video on Destiny. It's the gold standard.
I have been relentlessly attacked, okay, by the Kleins, all right? Ethan recycles a whole bunch of stuff from a Ryan Beard video, plus other things. There's a whole bunch of like random statements that people make about me and about things that I've done, 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago. And I figure I could probably just address some of these while going through the Ethan video, because why the fuck not? People wanted me to watch the Ryan Beard video anyway, so it kind of works, I guess, as a opportunity to do that as well. This is basically for my fans. And believe it or not, somehow, I guess, I'm sorry for Ethan and Elo, but I do have a decent number of crossover fans from H3H3 and...
Okay, well, at least he's admitting it, dude. The fucking pushback on the subreddit is like Destiny fans cosplaying as the longest Ethan Klein surviving fan members. They've been there since the very beginning. We have to target AB at all costs. Even though the Destiny is like publicly tweeting, bashing the fuck out of like Olivia and AB, this is definitely my personal opinion as an avid H3 consumer through the Trisha Paytas era.
From my universe. So this is for them.
He pulled a Hassan on his own nuke. Bro, this was such a fucking easy narrative point for people to fucking like latch onto early on. It was literally like let me see if I could find this. People were coming after me. They're like, oh, Destiny's not a hypocrite for fucking talking about how Hassan isn't watching the nuke, all right? Because he can't watch it because of law stuff. Like, because he's in a court case right now, so he doesn't have to watch it. And dude, I was literally arguing this from fucking day one, and it's so funny to see people talk about it now.
As well, I guess, because it's kind of nice, I guess. A lot of H3 fans have reached out to me and like apologized, which I think is kind of cute. But I'm sure there are just as many also calling me a pedophile, which is also cute. So, yeah. He brought on that one girl for Noah Samson's stream to reveal was it ultimately that like he cheated on her while they were dating, so it was kind of like assault because she could have gotten an STD. It was some stupid thing. He did it with Abba and Preach, where he's like, these guys are secret red pill content creators.
I don't know about the Abba and Preach thing. I know that he called out Abba and Preach recently. I don't know the history behind that one. I think there was some bullshit there, though. He might be right about that.
Murder people or whatever else. I mean, obviously it's not good, but...
Abba and Preach, if said some not cool shit about Olivia. Well, I mean, that doesn't really... If Ethan has, like, wronged them in any way possible, which I don't know the context to, so I'm not going to go and say he hasn't done it or whatever. Obviously, those two things don't really correlate, I guess.
There are a million things that are happening right now in the world, obviously relating to the Trump stuff, relating to insane...
Dude, Israel-Palestine, dude. There's a war in Palestine. Why are we fighting?
Hassan stuff. Just in politics in general. I've said this.
Damn, Trump.
It's a lot to my community. I'll say it again. I kind of wanted to...
Well, maybe if you pulled your dick out of whatever fucking whatever fucking toy you were into at that given moment. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm defaming Destiny right now. He's quit Vyvanse, so the sexual urge has been quelled, okay? Or he's taking Vyvanse now, rather. So the sexual urge has been quelled. But I don't know. In the back of my head, I'm thinking if he pulled his dick out of whatever girl he was fucking at the time, maybe he would have finished the January 6th video he's fucking teasing before the election came. Not that I think he could sway the election. But, I mean, yeah, maybe that whole big project could have come out before, I don't know, Trump won.
To not be in the whole drama fest slinging field of whatever this kind of drama is, but I guess I'm destined to be pulled back in. Okay.
He said his name. There it is. There's his name.
It's like when John Wick's dog is killed, you're always coming back to this fucking world. So here I am. I will say as a reminder, the only reason why this back and forth is happening right now is because Hassan and all of the other crazy obsessive communities around him like desperately want to make anything that they can about any random personal smears as opposed to actually talking substantively about literally any issue ever.
Wait, your biggest problem with Ethan's video is because he was talking about anything but speaking substantively about a specific issue? Surely this response is going to delve into the actual argument number one. I saw people saying this, that this was... Dude, this is my favorite tweet from DGG Reddit. Or my favorite Reddit post, rather. Destiny skipped 13 minutes, the most important part of my video, and is now doing a victory lap. Y'all are not serious. Sorry, your man is a sex criminal. Ethan's words, not mine. By his own confession. And they said, looks like the cop-out excuse for dodging Destiny has been formed. Just to be clear, the cop-out excuse for dodging Destiny, the only part of the video that realistically matters is argument number one. Argument number one is, do you have CSAM on your computer? And if you don't, can you explain why you told Willie that you did? That's like the only fucking part that matters. Not like, oh, I don't have it on my computer. It's not there. How did Willie misunderstand what you were saying? Can you explain in words exactly what went wrong in there? What that screenshot was? Like that's the part of the video he skips. That's not a cop-out. That's argument one.
But hey, you know what? If that's what we want to do, then why not? Not to say that people should be able to freely rape people or murder people or whatever else.
What the fuck did I miss?
But hey, you know what? If that's what we want to do, then why not? Not to say that people should be able to freely rape people or murder people.
Jesus.
People or whatever else. I mean, obviously it's not good, but I don't know if me and Ethan are...
See, I think it's based that he just fucking makes the loudest fucking sipping sound of the camera possible. Instead of being like, oops, sorry, you can hear me slurp, dude.
Now going to be locked in a 2-month snark fest where both of us just play each other's greatest hits on repeat over and over again.
Well, you could talk about the current day stuff, you know? We don't have to do the snark thing. You could just address the actual argument people are making and not hide behind your lawsuit to, you know, pull the fucking... I would just say cock out of your mouth, but I don't think I can say that about him. I think that'll get me in trouble.
If that's what Ethan wants to do, though. I mean, I've had people do this to me for years, so we can do it for more, I guess, if we want. I will say that the inciting incident, because nobody actually seems to give a... Which is fine, I understand. I'm a guy, so revenge porn and all that is... Oh,
dude, let's just jump in here. Remember, guys, you know all that stuff about me distributing my friends' nudes and then that getting fucking leaked as part of the greater porn leaks? Remember, guys, I'm the greatest victim here. I'm the biggest victim out of all these people. Maybe he's not saying he's the biggest one, but you need to remember, this guy is a huge victim, despite the many things that have come out from this, showcasing what a huge degenerate piece of shit he is. So...
epic and hilarious. But the only reason a lot of this stuff is even in the public conscious is because of a guy who in 2024 decided to dump like 25 plus explicit videos of me on the internet.
Well, if it wasn't for you, that guy who leaked all that stuff wouldn't have had the videos of Pixie to even show. If you didn't send it to some random fucking potentially 17-year-old fucking girl from a fucking a private Twitter account or whatever. Ultimately, there are people who were victimized in the situation that are only victimized in the situation because of the actions that you specifically took, Mr. Victim.
Internet. A few of these contained other people. The majority of these, I think like 20 of them, were literally just pictures of me stroking it.
Again, there is an argument to be made that, like, Destiny literally walked into a house with a phone in his pocket, recording what would later go on to be what I believe like some kind of sexual encounter. And his defense for that was, the guy is camera shy. He said I can record, but he doesn't want to he doesn't want to see the phone. So he had it on and recording when entering the house. Okay, if that's what you want to believe, I personally don't buy that. On account that this guy has literally lied throughout the entire situation. And that sounds extremely convenient, but it is worth kind of noting.
So thank you for that. I'm glad that The entire internet can enjoy that. I love to share myself with all of my wonderful fans and anti-fans. Thank you so much. I would say that in general, the reason why I'm usually reluctant to address stuff like this when the Ryan Beard video came out is I don't like the concept of relitigating every single bad thing that's ever happened in my life, which is basically what happens is anytime somebody runs out of content.
You're saying that because he sent someone who was a random nudes, it's okay that he got his nudes exposed to every single person in the world. No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying that I don't care. Isn't that funny? I'm saying that because this guy victimized other people because he's a horny freak, I'm not sympathetic to his cause like I once was, okay? Because, again, these other people wouldn't be victimized if it wasn't for Steven's actions. So, yeah, I think that he's not the biggest victim in this scenario. Not even close. They didn't ask for this.
Or they want to fight with me, or I say something politically that pisses them off, or I, you know, basically just point out like, oh, I think this opinion is dumb or whatever. People break the, in case Destiny destroys you in a debate, break glass here, and then pulls out, what about 14 years ago? What about in 2012? What about in 2013? It's like, okay, I don't know what the fuck you want me to say about this, or how many times I need to say something about this. I do think it's a little bit funny because I think Ethan actually like intuitively understands this. I actually think he explained it really well when he was talking about how Keemstar operated in this video.
Just to give you an idea of how Keemstar torments and harasses people on his enemy list, let me show you some of the DMs he sent me over the years. Now, these are cold DMs. I've already unfollowed him.
I have no idea what clip this is going to be because I don't know how DMs are going to correlate to anything involved in this.
And he is sending me these DMs unsolicited out of the cold blue for the express purpose of harassing me. So I really don't feel bad sharing these tweets at all. Currently working on an H3H3 lying salt.
Oh, are we comparing this to his Instagram stories? Is that what we're talking about? It's not like a personal one-on-one message. I don't know. Personal one-on-one messages have been deemed bad according to the law of the Bunty King DM that I sent.
Man-child video. Have a few questions. Have you ever flagged down another YouTuber creator's video? I don't answer. And he persists. Can I get an answer here? I'm trying to meet your request of giving non-stop defense because your baby ass can't defend yourself. Keemstar will make insane accusations, groundless accusations, and then he expects you to defend yourself. In fact, he likes it if you'll come on his show and defend himself. That's how his operation works. And so he goes, oh, well, he didn't say anything in his defense, so he must be guilty. Have you ever lied to anyone on YouTube?
Okay, I don't know. Where's the correlation for this clip? It's just kind of playing. And I don't really know where I'm supposed to dig in.
I'm just saying, I think he has a pretty good understanding of it there. I feel like this would be different if I was like, if there were like criminal charges, if some like victim had come forward to allege some stuff, but every single thing related to this.
You're in like a lawsuit right now with somebody related to this leak explicitly. Again, a lawsuit? There is some weird thing that happens in the mind of a mind-raped DGG, like, enforcer. Okay? Destiny can say something in plain English, and they will tell you why he didn't mean it. Okay? Because they want him to be innocent on all charges, so they will create narratives to make him look not guilty. All right? When it came to the Pixie stuff, he was pretty clear about it. But immediately after that, right, it then becomes a, oh, well, let's see if there's a conviction. This is why I was like talking about this extremely early on, right? He needs to lose the court case. Pixie needs to win the civil suit for it to be bad, even though he's explicitly saying that he like shared this fucking information. And then he literally confessed to Pixie that he shared her fucking information. That's how it got in there to begin with. And then started pulling out the implied consent argument, right? That wasn't enough for people. People need her to win in court for that to be bad. And in this instance, Destiny is literally saying to Willie Mac Show that he has alleged CSAM material on his hard drive. Now, he's obviously gone back on that statement, and he hasn't really given a substantive answer as to how he did go back on it, but he did go back on it, right? That's not enough for people. This guy needs to go to jail for owning fucking child pornography, right? It's not enough that he literally said that he archived it all for his court case. He needs to go to jail for having the alleged CSAM material on his hard drive.
Thing just has to do with Kiwi Farms and Snark forums that just like to leak and dive into stuff and, you know, allege stuff or whatever, but, you know, it's all good.
I don't know. For most YouTube dramas, the burden of proof is not a conviction. But for Destiny, for people who are looking for an excuse to like this guy, because they need the Democrats to win the next election cycle, and this fucking horny freak is the only way they can muster it, right? Apparently. The border, like the line is literal conviction. This guy's got to either go to jail or lose a lot of money.
At least he understands it. He understands the game well enough, so I guess he can play it. As a quick aside,
it's Kiwi Farms. It's Kiwi Farms. You guys were cool with Kiwi Farms when it was going after Keffels. Well, maybe you weren't cool with everything they were doing. The information seemed pretty accurate from them back then. Remember when Destiny was talking about potentially funding Kiwi Farms with a donation? Remember when he was thinking about it? Now, he ultimately didn't, as far as I know. But remember when he was even floating the concept of giving those people his money?
oh, I just wanted to address this before we get into things too. Again, I don't know how many people give a about stuff like this, but I get a little bit triggered, especially when all of the, I'm putting massive air quotes about this, rape victims or whatever come forward and Ethan.
Okay, this is fucking crazy. I did see this on the Ethan Klein subreddit. I initially got completely tripped up by, I'll be the first one to say it. They were parodying a rape victim's post on Destiny's subreddit, and I thought his subreddit was doing it, right? There are people who are coming out saying, like, as a rape survivor, thank you, Ethan Klein. It's like, I don't really think that's going to be a productive thing. Obviously, not attacking you for your story, but I don't think that's really going to turn the needle. I'm not hitting massive on that.
Subreddit. I think the one I read, the second part was the girl was like, I was 16 talking to some guy online and he said he was 16 and I felt abused. And afterwards, I don't even believe he was 16. I don't even know why though, but yeah. And it's like, what the f am I even reading right now? You sound retarded. Like all of the random posts about this, like what? I think that post was deleted by Reddit, so I don't have a copy of it right now, but I'm like, okay. This is something that I spoke about before. It's kind of cringe, but when people talk about predatory behavior, I think that people talk about stuff that I would consider like yellow flags, but people would pretend that predatory behavior isn't just yellow flags or even red flags, or rather they'll point to like a thing that's like a yellow flag and they'll say that that's like abuse. So somebody will say something like, oh, there's there's a difference in status because this person is like a fan or a content creator. This person is, older than that person.
I actually did catch this argument. So this argument he's going to make right here is that it's probably worse for a creator to creator relationship instead of a fan to creator relationship, which I personally found extremely bizarre given his own track record. But again, let's hear him out.
Person or this person has more money or stronger, whatever. There's always power imbalances in relationships to some extent, unless you're literally dating your twin, who's had the same amount of training and job success, everything else you for your entire life. I think that it's fine to point out like yellow flags or red flags when it comes to certain behavior. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but to automatically just assume that somebody is like manipulative or evil or predatory, especially when there's absolutely zero evidence of that ever being presented ever in any public place ever, despite everybody saying it over and over again, I just feel like it's really fucking cringe. I've heard
this is a whole lot of nothing. I thought that clip was coming. I'm not really, he's kind of just like talking here. There's not really a place to jump in.
Heard Ethan and other people argue that
it's like people are making arguments based off of a combination of clips from past and current situations to make an overall narrative about you, to make an argument about your character. Now you might not agree with that argument, okay? And you might be able to provide clips that like argue things and push back on stuff that they're saying, but like they're saying like the combination of things is what makes you look like a walking red flag. Like that's their argument.
Like streamers shouldn't, engage with fans in any sexual manner or whatever. If you want to have that opinion, I guess you can.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about.
Shouldn't, engage with fans in any sexual manner or whatever. If you want to have that opinion, I guess you can. I think it's kind of a funny one because I would argue that there's way more like power dynamics at play between creators versus just creator fans.
All right, but like, how many people who came on your show who didn't really have significant platforms ended up leaving fucked by Destiny? I mean, I feel like this is not like a solid argument for you. I mean, I don't even agree with it. I think the fan stuff is worse. I think it's a horrendous take, but I think there's like a horrendous specifically Destiny take. Or maybe he doesn't view those people as creators. I don't know. That's insane. That's crazy. I think that absolutely, like fucking a random fan who thinks he's going to become a fucking celebrity or something like that is probably, again, I don't think you should fuck YouTubers and I don't think you should fuck fans. I think you're asking for trouble both ways. I think people who look for pussy at VidCon are moronic, Boblacks, like fucking mental slaves, right? But ultimately, I don't think that creator on creator is worse.
Creator fan, basic power dynamics at play between creators versus just creator fans. Because for a creator fan, basically the worst thing that can happen is the person stops watching you, I guess, and maybe you lose a subscriber.
Dude, I like how he's talking about this argument, right? And then he's like, yeah, dude, the worst thing that could possibly happen, and he does it from the perspective of him, not the fan. Well, the worst thing that could come from a creator on fan relationship is that you lose their view. As if that's why people have an issue with this.
But
He's just kind of yapping.
creator stuff can be a lot more strange because now both of your jobs are potentially on the line.
Dude, this guy literally couldn't fucking main character out to make this argument. That's insane.
One person has a lot more to gain than the
I think he's trying to argue why it's risky as a creator, but ultimately, like, yeah, that the power imbalance isn't losing a channel subscriber.
other person. There's like people have seen creators split before. Those situations can lend themselves to like insanely problematic dynamics. Not to say that those shouldn't happen.
He has no, I mean, this just comes off to me as narcissistic, but I can't give a diagnosis. I'm a Mudaharian therapeutic engineer, so I don't have any actual background on this.
Either. I'm just saying that it's always good to like keep in mind that there are red flags, yellow flags, but it doesn't necessarily mean something is like predatory or abusive or manipulative. Or
people were telling me this is a banger fucking video. I feel like for the last 6 minutes, he has absolutely said nothing. I feel like I'm listening to a jumble of words created by ChatGPT that he memorized before the stream started, like a Discord debate, bro.
Or evil, or whatever else. The okay. Okay, all right. I've segmented this off into segments. I'm playing most of this video straight down.
I thought he just reacts to it. Is that not what happens?
Welcome back, guys, to another video VOD on demand. Today I'm going to be addressing...
I think the majority of the issues that we're going to hear, like legitimate issues with Ethan's video, are mostly chalked up to extreme levels of uncharitability that he's going to be like, what the fuck? Where did you get that from? Again, I only pre-watched the segment on me, so I could be completely wrong. But I know Ryan Beard said that he completely took the 14-year-old comment entirely out of context, and Ryan Beard is getting shit for it. But that wasn't even the argument that he made in the video, right? Like if Ethan just played more of the video, it would have made sense. But then he kind of just went he went off on it.
Once again, the allegations leveled against Destiny. Since we put out our last video, there's been a lot of chatter about things that we may have got wrong. So I'd like to clarify what I got wrong and also to clarify what I got right. So I do want to start though by setting the expectations and just kind of giving some context to who this guy Destiny is.
All right, are we just going to watch Ethan's video here? When does he start? Because I don't need to hear the intro, right?
Using the word allegedly here because we have video of him doing it and he has openly admitted that it was sexual assault.
I would say that in
Okay, so point number one, we're talking about the groping incident.
my streaming career in the past, like totally publicly, like I completely and totally like assaulted a girl on stream before for like in 5 minutes or whatever. I got super drunk and was like grabbing her breast the entire time.
Nobody looks good when this is over. Well, I gotta be honest with you. I got all that off my chest. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm having a good fucking time, dude.
Destiny has attempted to downplay his actions here by tweeting, "I was drunk off my ass."
I'm playing Fortnite to 4,000 people. I'm having a great time.
Literally for the first time in my life. And he said that at the time he didn't understand how bad it was, but now looking back years later, he understands that it was reprehensible behavior.
It's like that one guy Mango who got like totally canceled.
Bro, Mango is like the Super Smash Bros. I heard about that at VidCon. That's the Smash Bros drama, right?
Did, but way worse. Mango wasn't actually groping people.
Dude, again, are we just not going to point out how Ethan just like says the word groping? He was groping him.
Did, but
yes,
way worse.
queen.
Mango wasn't actually groping people. And also I like this.
It's like, first of all, how old was Mango again? Wasn't this like a known problem? But okay.
There's this pretense that like, as long as you're radically honest about what you did, it's okay. It's like,
it's all Ludwig's fault. I don't know anything about the situation. I just know they hate Ludwig, but I hate Ludwig. So he's ontologically evil, and any tactic that I use against is a joke.
It's called based.
Did you just say you were groping a woman on stream for 5 minutes? But anyway, that's not honestly.
Okay. For the first one, okay, because I know that Ryan likes this clip and a bunch of people like bring this up. One, this incident occurred in 2011, okay? This was 14 years ago when I was 22 years old, all right? I don't understand.
So you were like a little kid, okay? No 30-year-old self-respecting man would ever
understand how you think I say that I'm downplaying my actions when in the video, I literally explicitly say, I feel like this was sexual assault. I said that my feelings on it and how acceptable the behavior is has changed since then. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it.
Okay, because he's bringing up examples to formulate a narrative of things that have happened over the course of your career up until today. That's what he's saying. Unfortunately for you, like, if you agree with him, that's fantastic. That's why it's being discussed in this video.
About that. Besides that, is this just a thing that like you want to bring up over?
Yes, when there is sex-related controversies, they're going to bring up the time when you groped a woman on stream. I feel like you kind of have to deal with that.
Over again.
You can roll your eyes, move past it, say you said sorry for it, but like, yeah, you kind of have to endure. That's, I guess, the only consequence that you'll face this late in life after you groped a woman on camera. Small price to pay.
For reasons. He can say that like I'm downplaying my actions because I brought up that we were drunk or whatever. I mean, like Mia has said the exact same thing. This was years ago. I chalked it up to being young. Everyone had too much to drink, but I wanted to be around these people to get my name out. I know Destiny's toxic, but I have no issues with them. I do have issues with spreading the wrong info, like on Swifty. I think I said something about Swifty at this time, 2020. I don't know what was going on. My subreddit literally brought up like the whole excessive drinking thing, Destiny surrounded by drunks, egging him on. It would be nice if Mia Rose would be a bro since she's mostly sober and tells me to sleep, blah, 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 blah. Just to be clear, this is no fault of hers. It just sucks she doesn't have any hour, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right. Crazy drinking stream. I think this is my first time getting intoxicated ever. Not good though, but I mean, I said as much. So I don't understand when people want to bring up like this thing over and over again. Like,
yeah, I mean, this just feels like sour grapes. I think that this thing needs, like, I don't think, it doesn't need to come up in this conversation or whatever. I think this video is stronger if Ethan only talks about current day stuff, right? Obviously, because I think the current day stuff is the strong stuff, and I think it gives him an excuse to go, oh, this is old stuff, we addressed it a million times, right? Like, there are definite drawbacks, but I don't think it's points against somebody for bringing up that you groped a woman in a context like this.
Like you said, it's not good. I don't stand by it. Like, I think it's a bad thing.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say about that. Like,
nothing. That's exactly what you're supposed to say.
I've said that as
maybe less complaining, but yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to say.
much. I communicated with Mia Rose privately. Oh, Jesus, she just tweeted 11 hours ago. I didn't know how this archived. I just want to put it out there that the omni-liberal did apologize to me wholeheartedly. He did wholeheartedly. He was the only person to actually answer my phone call at twitch.com. Not all these other idiots that were clout chasers. People make mistakes. They grow up and learn. And I guess she just tweeted 11 hours ago. Jesus, this again. It was like 15 years ago. I'm over it. Y'all should be too. Yeah, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say about this. Also,
well, I think if Ethan ever gropes a woman live on camera, he would hope that somebody tweeted something out like that on their behalf as well. Again, like, this doesn't really matter to me. I'm glad that she doesn't victimize herself and see herself as the victim in current day. I'm glad that she's been able to move past that. Good for her.
I also speak hyperbolically a lot, and I know that it's epic and hilarious when
he did in VR.
want to
Dude, Bo Blacks needs to play Among Us VR.
Be good faith, but then when you're not, you're going to take everything literally. It was not 5 minutes of groping. I'm pretty sure it was like 5 seconds. Not that that makes it good.
Which, that's a fair point to bring up. Because when I heard 5 minutes, I was like, I don't think that's accurate.
That makes it acceptable, but I wasn't literally sitting there hanging on her boobs for 5 minutes. Okay, on this
that would be like egregiously a long time to be doing that. So yeah, fair.
Stream, but so I literally
like we would hear about this clip more if he did this for 5 consecutive minutes.
Have no idea what else I'm supposed to do about this or what I'm supposed to say about this other than a good job, I guess. That's so pattern 1, okay, 14 years ago, 2011. Okay, first part of the
that's how patterns work. Yes, I agree.
Pattern. All right,
we're starting early.
That's far from the worst thing I'm about to show you.
Far from the worst. It gets way worse from here, guys.
Here's the next one where he admits to sharing photos of a 15-year-old who sent him bikini shots with his homies and how he couldn't barely resist the urge.
Now, I gotta be honest, I don't think I've ever heard Destiny. He's definitely reacted to it. I don't know if I've ever heard him explain the Medicare stream before. And this is actually something I'm really excited for. I need to know the context here.
In
Wanting
2012, when Destiny was 23, he shared in a group chat with a couple of his friends the messages, "You want to see the sickest in the world? So many fangirls. I had one that was 15. She wanted to meet and hook up. Dude, she's 15. What the f***? But she sent me pictures that made it so hard to say no." Then Destiny linked a picture of this girl in a bikini in the chat and said, "Girl on the left, so hard to say no. Gonna get arrested one of these MLGs, man." So in these logs, when Destiny...
Again, seems like an extremely embarrassing situation that no one would ever want to, like, say that like that was a thing that happened to them, but okay, cool. All right, we're gonna send the jailbait to the group chat. Cool. His words, not mine. Thank you. And at the same time, Fortnite W
was 23. He said that it was really hard to turn
This is like a fucking Homelander wouldn't be able to laser beam that out of me type argument, but sure, we're gonna send it to the homies in the group chat.
down hooking
What is MLG? Major League Gaming. I was looking for a funnier acronym.
up with this 15-year-old because she looked so good in this picture of her in a bikini. He then shared this lewd image of a child with his friends and said that he's gonna get arrested someday.
Imagine receiving a bikini pic from a 15-year-old in your DMs, a fan of yours, and being like, she's so fucking hot, I need to share this with the boys.
Chat log. I was talking with a bunch
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what happened.
of other esports
It's a little uncharitable to say it that way, but that was kind of the gist of it.
guys, and
At least that's how I understand, unless there's new information.
we were basically talking about how crazy the jailbait is in the gaming communities. It's ridiculous. I think I said something along the lines of like there are 15-year-old chicks that are like hot
Is he gonna say anything? No, I'm supposed to react to this more than Destiny to make sure I react hardest.
that will like try to send you pictures to like you at events and it's like you have to be really careful when you navigate that. People.
So what is the admitting jerking off to 15-year-olds then? What is that in relation
I never
to?
admitted. I think I just said like this. I think the log is something like this 15-year-old chick was trying to send me or was sending me pictures of herself and she was hot as. It's like really hard to like turn down some of these people. I think.
All right, but it should be pretty fucking easy to turn down these people. I don't know. Maybe it's because you hadn't heard them talk about their classes or something. I guess that was like the differentiating factor of the previya segment. Yeah. They haven't spoken enough about their professors or something. I don't know.
Wait, how old was she?
She said she was 15.
So you did get pictures from a 15-year-old?
Not nudes though. Sorry, I should specify. I think a couple pics of her like at the beach or something. But
In swimwear?
yeah.
So you're getting swimwear pics from 15-year-olds?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
By the way, just to be clear, the guy who's laughing went, ah ha 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 ha, is the guy from the JF stream that we listened to earlier when he's sitting there defending JF. And that's also Andy Worski from the Kino Casino, but I just think it's funny that like he's in both of those clips that are relevant to this topic.
Great. I'm sorry, guys. Anyone who's defending this man needs to know that, okay? But again,
Okay, so again for timeline, this is 2012, okay, 13 years ago when I was 23. I feel like if the goal is to say that I'm a pedophile, it feels kind of weird that I wouldn't the 15-year-old.
All right, that was a lot of things you could have said here. I think that's the wrong one, personally. For me, that's not what I was looking for on that one. At least I didn't fuck her is probably not a really good... Okay, sure. All right, let's see where we go from here.
If the goal is to say that I'm a pedophile, it feels kind of weird that I wouldn't the 15-year-old. I'm just saying, if the argument is going to be that I'm a pedophile, wouldn't I be posting saying like, look at this hot 15-year-old jailbait that I hooked up with? Wouldn't that be the statement or whatever? But regardless, back in the day, for anybody that was alive or back there.
Okay, now we're going to get the... wait, what was that?
Back in the day, for anybody that was alive or back there.
Did you hear that just now? He doesn't have a dog, does he? Sounds like his stomach was gurgling. Maybe I should give you some of those kicks. Holy fuck, dude. You starving yourself?
Back in the day, for anybody that was alive or back there in the...
Ooh, stomach's fucking going.
In the crazy gaming times, MLG events were literally cesspools of crazy fans and creators hooking up, of fans and fans hooking up, creators and creators hooking up, people getting raped, people getting drugged, people doing drugs, people raping people. It was just crazy shit. And one of the issues back then as well, because everybody involved in pro gaming was so young.
Dude, everyone got the memo except for the Smash community, dude. They got the memo way too late.
And I think even... Actually, that might even be true today. I don't know how young people are today. Like, everybody is literally like...
Dude, just imagine, like, all the esports teams, like, oh, we got to do something about this stat. The Smash community is like, what are you guys talking about? And then they find them in 2020 or something.
14 to 22 at these events. It's just, like, all sorts of people that are going here. And one of the things is people would message you, people would DM you. Obviously, if you were a big streamer, if you were a big player, and they would send you pictures. They're like, hey, we should hook them up, blah, blah, blah. And at the time, I think there were people who were getting in trouble for hooking up with underage people. Yeah, I messaged my little team or whatever. Obviously, those DMs were pretty crass, but I mean, the whole point is like, hey, like there are gonna be people that DM you, they'll send you pictures, they look older than they actually are.
Bro, dude, he's talking about this in current day like he's talking to a politician, but the actual messages that he's sending, you're like, dude, it's so hard to say no! Look at this fucking girl! It's like, dude, okay, all right. I mean, this is probably the best he could do. That clip looks really bad, but Yeah.
minor, your life is going to be over.
Yeah, that's not the tone. That's like we got a completely different read on these clips. Both of them are saying the same thing in theory, right? That like, oh god, there's like a huge problem with like jailbait in the fucking gaming community, right?
Don't do it. If you want to like sit here and virtue signal about how, oh no, like,
oh, it's dude. If you say that it's weird, you're virtue signaling. I love this, dude. Anytime Destiny does anything bad, you have to be virtue signaling to care about it. Otherwise, you're just lying.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter.
You must be virtue. No one could conceivably
Oreo.
care about these micro. I don't know, dude.
every single person above or below this age, like the second they turn 18 or 22, they instantly look attractive. Or like this, I'm not here for that. If that's what you want to do, then go for it. But I mean, yeah.
No, but you knew she was 15. You're like, look at this fucking girl. I mean, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Again, I don't know why I would not the person if I'm a pedophile, or maybe Ethan's argument is going to be that I become a pedophile later on in life, and I wasn't back then. But yeah. Also, these are people who...
Is the point of Ethan's video not to say, hey, this guy's got like a really fucking sketchy history with like minors and like I guess like, is abuse the correct word? Like with the groping incident and stuff. And now he's like admitted that he has potential CSAM on his hard drive. So I think we've reached the point where it's no longer like, there's no more charitability to give to this guy. Now, that is an extremely charitable interpretation of what Ethan said. You could also read that as him being like, this guy's a super pedo, right? I don't know. I'm not going to defend everything he says in this video.
Who, by the time I learned my age, typically they would...
But I'm pretty sure like that was the intention when this video was made.
Message you, send you a pic or whatever. By the time I learned their age, I stopped talking to this person, right? It's not like, oh my God, I continue to talk to this person after I found out they're 15. It's like they chat you up for a little bit, like, wait a second, how old are you? And they're like, oh, I'm 15, 16, 17. It's like, oh, nope, okay, well, don't talk to this person. Yeah, I've never received also like nudes or lewds or any crazy thing like this. Like, I think the thing I said was like a beach picture, somebody on the beach.
But I don't get why do the DGGers not turn around and go, hey, Destiny, I'm glad that you said it was just beach pictures, but have the courts decided whether that's conducing CSAM material? Well, yeah, she was wearing a bathing suit, but what did the courts say? What, have they run the DOTS test or something? Like, how come that hasn't come up? Mr. Legality here isn't even asking about the DOTS test.
There's like an Instagram. I don't know if it was Instagram back then, if that existed, but yeah, but okay.
That's not it. That's not all, folks. Here's another one. When he was 26.
A couple years later in 2015, when Destiny was 26, he shared in his chat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now that, like, dude, point number one is like, yeah, like, so, all right, in terms of Ethan's arguments, let's structure them. Point number one is, yeah, that happened. I don't know why you have to bring it up, though. Point number two is, yeah, that happened, but but it's not that bad. I didn't have sex with that child. It's like, okay, cool. All right, let's see what point number three is.
I would the shit out of that 15-year-old. What the there's no way that
14 years ago, 13 years, 11 years ago. Okay, but like the point is that he told Willie Mac Show he had archives of alleged CSAM material, right? Like 6 days ago. That's why. That's why that's the point. Yeah.
chick is 15. So now we've seen two separate occasions.
Guys, this is not normal. You just don't type that kind of stuff. Unless you're like Jared Fogle in a chat with his homies, you know? Mm-hmm. Like he's speaking openly with the dogs who are like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. You would never say, this is not normal. And like he keeps getting older and older.
Yes.
People are like, that's not the argument. It's like, well, he keeps getting older and older. So he's like, yeah, they're establishing maybe not a timeline, but like they're establishing an order of I guess maybe order is still the wrong word. They're talking about things across his career to paint a narrative, paint a pattern.
That's how time works. I do indeed.
Dude, Mr. Medicare is the biggest virtue signaler. Dude, he literally died for virtue signaling.
Continue to get older.
But the girls
never mind that he's still alive.
The same age.
He loves that joke. He said this joke in like 50 different shows that I've watched at this point.
My name is Vic.
I'll leave it up for you to decide if you think I genuinely am typing in my chat about how hot this girl is and me wanting to f her, or if this is just a crazy thing. I'm saying.
Wait, what is that? Wait, hold on. What did he just? Is he? Okay, dude. I'm moving right past that. Okay, dude. All right. I guess that's a way to go about. I'm sorry, I didn't see that was happening. I would have zoomed ahead a little quicker. He pulled up the Dr. Phil. Like, was it Dr. Phil? Yeah, I understand that, but like, say, dude, look at this 15-year-old, dude.
Okay, so it could have been a genuine confession for my pedophilic urges, or it could be an edgy joke in chat. I don't know. You decide.
Again, that's not all, folks.
But the colloquial definition of pedophile,
It's not CP, it's a Maury clip. I'm not saying it's CP. I'm saying it's fucking crazy to pull this up and be like, do you find this? You know, that is like a flamenco tier argument. Flamenco's like, do you think that this anime character is attractive? Well, she's canonically 8, so you're a pedophile. I think it's like a flamenco tier argument. It's weird as fuck.
is some
Oh, and then also I guess although I guess he's building a pattern of behavior. Again, this was a joke in my chat in 2015, okay? But that's okay. We're building
That was a joke in your chat just now.
We're building our pattern, all right?
That's not all, folks.
pedophile. But the colloquial definition of pedophile is someone who is attracted to children, and Destiny is at least somewhat attracted to children.
There are some 15, 16-year-old chicks that like look pretty hot. Like I can't help that. Like some people mature older.
Destiny
Okay, so again, you can have issues with what I'm saying, but definitionally, I'm literally talking about people that look older than 15, 16, not teenagers are hot. I love teenagers, but some 15, 16-year-olds can look older. That's the opposite of pedophilia, but listen, if that's what you want.
Again, any normal person who interacts with somebody and finds out that they're way younger would be like, oh, that's extremely fucking embarrassing. Not like, oh, let me grab this picture and send it to my entire team. Like, again, I think it's okay to judge you on that. I think it's a totally okay thing to judge you about. Does it mean that you're an out and about pedophile? No, explicitly no. Okay, but like, it's obviously something that people could judge. They could even consider it to be a red flag. All right, that's absolutely something people could think that you're weird for. 100%.
Say that's fine. Okay, we'll keep going through it.
And another streamer who got exposed for having sex with a 14-year-old by saying, even if he did bang a 14-year-old, no, that's not what pedophile means. Go look it up. Seriously, if you don't understand the difference between being attracted to someone that happens to be young and being attracted to someone because they are young, you have absolutely no business whatsoever commenting on the issue, period. It makes you look uneducated.
He's like, it is so outrageous, sir, that you would call someone sleeping with a 14-year-old pedophilia. How dare you, sir? Even if you want to play this game.
So
where
now
it's
this is supposedly the thing that Ethan gets completely wrong. I don't know what exactly the context is.
Actually,
or what he says wrong.
Actually, I want to 16 and 17-year-olds. There's 14 is pushing it. 14. What are we
best clip? Dude, the best part of this entire thing is about to play.
talking about? This man was like, "Yeah, you could a 14-year-old. That's not the same thing." Guys,
I don't know if I don't think I've ever said that ever. But
are we all hearing the same thing? It's 14. This dude has.
Yes, dude. Dan, or Love, whoever hit that button, you're awesome.
Made it like his personal crusade to normalize children. Like how many?
That's a wild statement to say based off what we've seen so far. I did go back and I found the post for this because I was curious. I think I made an OP here that basically.
All right, I want to see this because I've never seen this context.
Basically has to do. It basically has to do with like. Streaming is a little bit different and crazy because you have so much access into people's lives you don't traditionally get. At the bottom of this post, I literally say one of the incidents that I brought up was this guy Stefano got in trouble because he was 19 and he DM'd some player saying that he abused a 14-year-old, and everybody took that as him because this guy's French, not because their abuse is sex, but because of a ESL thing. I literally say at the bottom here, I'm not taking a side on any of these issues or commenting on this happened. I'm just giving food for thought about like the.
Okay, so can you tell me what part, like, I heard there's, like, additional context here. I'm not hearing anything so far. Maybe I'm clipping too fast.
The level of access that you have to people's lives
but
here.
He just rambles
I was
so
never
much.
defending this in this post. I'm not defending this anywhere. I think I, like, yeah, I was.
Okay, what does this say? This is the full context. Even if he did bang a 14-year-old, no, that's not pedophilia. Okay, seriously, okay, no, that's the whole quote. Also, LOL, powerful ally, safe zone, sex positive that demonizes even self-admitted pedos. Oh, this is like the ethical CP thing. That demonizes self-admitted pedophiles who are trying to seek help.
An edgy, like, internet atheist, and we did the, if you don't understand the difference between being attracted to someone that happens to be young and being attracted to someone because they're young, the difference between pedophile or whatever else. I will say that if, like...
Wait, there's no more context? That's just what he said?
If that's like a creepy thing that people are doing to advocate for, I guess, like kids.
So you've been seeing this girl for a month?
Around a month, yeah.
Do you love her? Is Brandon good at sex?
Honestly, yeah.
She's 7.
Wait, So your response to that, first of all, if that's the context and there's nothing else there, it's still an insane thing to fucking... Well, I'm not defending this explicitly, but I am fucking having a rage cow moment where I'm arguing about, like... Okay, what? Hold on.
Yeah. Hell yeah, Brandon.
What? Anyway,
She couldn't get into Jason's party because she wasn't 18. Like, I knew about this. That's why I distanced myself. And Jason would always be pissed at me that I wouldn't film with Brandon. I'm like, he's an actual, like, pedophile, and we're actually, like, and he's, like, 24.
Having sex with a 17-year-old isn't pedophilia.
It's pedophilia, for sure.
It's
with a minor.
So wait, so Ethan pulled the hebephile line, and therefore that makes Destiny's statement about the 14-year-old not bad? I don't understand. Just to be clear, this is my position on all this. Ethan's got like a shitload of bad clips coming in, and we're going to watch all of them. We're going to talk about all of them. We're going to read through all of his Reddit posts. I have no problem doing that. Just to be clear, I want you to know explicitly where I'm coming from when I say this. If Ethan Klein raped a child in Central Park, I wouldn't stop asking Destiny what he has in his fucking hard drive. All right? If Ethan Klein, I mean, there might be an issue with some of the Hassan coverage and stuff, and we might have to start addressing some shit over there. But in regards to Destiny, right, there's literally nothing that Ethan could do that would make what Destiny wrote to Willie okay to just leave like that and not provide significantly more context than what we have. Okay, I'm just being very honest about this. Ethan Klein can literally go down. His empire could fall. His channel could blow up. He could lose all of his subscribers. His career could be over tomorrow, and I'm still wondering why he texted that to Willie. That is the principle, that is the core issue, that is number one argument. It has literally nothing to do with Ethan Klein.
For sure was... That's an actual pedophile. Like, it's a child. 17-year-old is a child.
So, okay, whatever. I don't need to debate that, but it's illegal.
And it's a pedophile.
Well, pedophile is someone that has sex with kids.
She's a child. That's a child.
But you don't magically become not a child when you go turn from when the clock ticks midnight.
That actually is like how it works.
By the
Yeah.
way, 24-17 is like a huge age gap. There's no Romeo and Juliet platform that would allow for that, as far as I'm aware. And even if there was, it's disgusting.
Like, you also have no business being with like an 18-year-old, but like 17 is an actual child. It's actually legal. Like, you actually should go to jail.
But, okay, well, I'm not here to debate that. But some states it's 16.
But it's not that in California.
I know it's illegal. It's fine.
So I mean, like, if that counts as like ardently defending trying to kids, then maybe me and Ethan are just
slimy Weasley fuck.
He's arguing he's kindred spirits. I don't think
Here's
that's gonna
my
really
hot
help.
take. It's well-established Destiny is a predator in possession of CSAM. Therefore, the people in DGG defending him are either too fucking stupid to be involved, or they're complicit. At this point, my money is on complicity. Here's $8.50.
Thank you! I appreciate it. Yeah, people are saying he cut the clip early, blah, 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 blah. When Ethan responds, I will check out the response to it. It's not like we went and dug up things on every single thing Destiny said in the other segment, right? We're going to let this one stand as is, and if things need correcting, we will do correcting.
born to justify it. I don't know.
How many times are you going to go on the record protecting it? He goes, 17 is cool. 15 is cool.
Never said either of those things.
14 is...
Haven't said that.
Not pedophilia, guys. Is 13 pedophilia?
Haven't said any, like...
12?
Not sure if this is his own fantasy that he's projecting on me, or...
Where does it stop?
Again, though, just to be clear, if we're getting mad at uncharitable statements from Ethan, and then Destiny turns around and goes, oh, you must be projecting. Maybe you want to fuck 12-year-olds. We're just watching two pigs fight in the mud. You know? That's what we're watching right now.
I'd like to know his opinion on that. You know? So a lot of people, kids start hitting puberty at 12. Some girls start hitting puberty earlier than that. Is 10? Some girls hit puberty by 10. Is that not pedophilia? Stephen Bennell II. By the way, the second is just junior, okay? You don't get to play the
the second is not junior, they are different.
Apparently this is completely inaccurate. It's a huge inaccuracy in the video. He is going to own him on this one.
Your birth certificate, the reason why I'm not junior is because my dad just didn't want to be called senior. So he wrote mine as the second, so he could be the...
Wait. Okay, hold on. No. Like that doesn't sound right. I don't know. I had an argument with somebody, and I was like, wait, hold on. If somebody's fucking senior, that makes you junior, right? And they're like, no, dude, I'm just me. I'm like, I don't think that's how that works, but I guess maybe you could just not call yourself that. But I think statistically that would make you a junior, right? I was under the assumption that Destiny would be the second if his like uncle or something, not his uncle, if his like grandfather was Stephen Bennell, right? because it skipped a generation. I thought that was how the mechanics work on that. Again, this is not the important issue here, but like that was just how I perceived it. If it skips, like if your grandfather is Stephen Bonnell or whatever, and then you're Stephen Bonnell and your fucking dad's name was Rob or some shit, that would make you the second. He'd be the third. Well, he wouldn't be a third because there wouldn't be 3 Stephen Bonnells.
The first. I'm sorry if that bothers you.
Also, I don't think your dad's name would have to change to senior if you become junior. I think your dad could just be Stephen Bonnell, and then you'd be Stephen Bonnell Jr. I don't think you legally have to change your name to...
but
Royal Guard game with just being the second.
It doesn't skip at all? I don't understand the mechanics on this.
In fact, that's just junior, which ironically is what you call all the girls you date.
Nicholas
take.
the GOAT, thank you for the $5, my man.
Hot take. I think people who name their kids after them, typically, not all the time, but sometimes, maybe typically is too hard. I think those are like the parents who try to live vicariously through their kids in sports. I think there's like a correlation. That's just me though.
Come on over here, Junior. Come sit in Daddy's lap.
Another pedophile joke, but okay.
Yeah, but guess what, guys? There's more.
Incident is when him and his friends, the Bro Squad, watched an 8-year-old boy shake his penis for them on a live stream.
I shouldn't tell this because I'm going to get arrested. Or child.
By the way,
All right, I'm interested to hear what this clip was now, because this clip sounds genuinely horrible. This is not a good clip.
Services.
by the way, how many times has he said that? Once is enough.
Bro, if I saw some shit like this, A, never talking about this live in a public setting. B, I would not be recanting it with like the fucking shit-eating grin on my face.
Has he said this like 3 times? He's like, I shouldn't tell you guys this because I'm going to get arrested for child porn. 3? How many times are we going to tell that joke?
I think so far it's been 2, right? He did say that in the beginning, if I remember correctly.
I haven't gotten into Ethan's jokes yet, but I do think it's kind of funny that I feel like I've heard him say similar things.
It's called Children's Joy TV for a reason. The guy knows how to give pleasure children.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Children's Joy TV, baby gets anal raped by a syringe and gets injected with AIDS virus.
When we see something like this, are we supposed to call the police?
Yes, to go Willie Mac mode.
Am I on a, I feel like I'm...
Unironically, yeah, probably. I would say, yeah, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, you probably should do that. You should probably call the police on that.
Definitely on the FBI watch list now.
Yeah.
I don't know how many FBI watch list jokes he's made. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But if like that's the standard, then sure.
I used to be part of this horrible thing called the Bro Squad. Okay. Me, if you remember that cheeks.
I hate listening to myself talk.
I feel like it is kind of bizarre though to play these clips in sequence with the clips that are being played against you. Wouldn't it be like, I don't know, maybe fair is not the right word. I don't know if fair is what's required here. But wouldn't the charitable thing to do, if you want to look like you're better than the other person, to be to go through all of their arguments and then pull up like Ethan Klein's greatest pedo joke highlight reel after? I mean, it's like, hey, look at the Bro Squad stuff. Better play a clip of Ethan. Doesn't really give you a lot of confidence in what you're about to say.
Been on my
A long time ago. Oh my
We're part of the Bro Squad, and what we would do is we would...
Yeah, in a response video, just like dropping like an additional clip that has nothing to do with the actual video you're responding to, just because it's like mean, and just because it looks horrible. And again, I do think it looks horrible.
Go around Justin TV streams, trolling the shit out of these people.
Nick, just stop insulting
we went
me
around
viciously.
Again, the argument that I can clearly see him
I'm
making
actually
here.
the 4th, written IV. My dad and grandfather are the worst. Andrew isn't even the name I was born with. I changed that shit when I became an adult.
So my understanding of my guess on what we're seeing here, because I haven't seen the entire stream, right? My guess on the attempted narrative change by Destiny here is, hey, I made pedo jokes, you made pedo jokes, so we're either both pedos or none of us are pedos, and you're overreacting. So I'm assuming that's what we're getting here.
Handle the channel like around like it was just horrible. We went to this channel with this kid was like 8 years old and he was broing out with everybody in this chat. And for whatever reason, this kid decides to take his pants off and wiggle his 8-year-old on screen. I can't even...
Not so funny this time, Destiny. There's a bit of a different dude, young Destiny is fucking giggling his shit right now. He's laughing hysterically. Old Destiny's not laughing. Found that funny. Balding Destiny is not having it on this one.
Oh my god. It was like, I didn't even know, like, we were on Skype, we were like, holy shit. Like, we had to do like a double take because we didn't even know, like, what the fuck was on, like, we were looking at like an 8-year-old, like, on the screen. And his brother, we called him Captain Push-Ups, would like come in the room. And this guy was like 14 years old. He had his shirt off. He was like this, like watching the stream the entire.
Again, though, I think this is a fair clip to bring up in the context of the stuff with like the folder or whatever that Willie's talking about. Because even in this instance, why is there enough time for Captain Push-Ups to enter the room before you've already clicked off the video? Right? Is that not like a fair criticism of Destiny in this case? Like, if that shit pops up, it's like immediate, click off.
Entire time. Oh my god!
But like, there's too much story here, I think.
The thing is, he makes it seem like this kid just happened to take his out, but they clearly spent a lot of time there because they like had a nickname for the brother who was there watching the whole time. Like this was an intimate setting in which there was a lot of time spent.
See, again, Ethan's take infinitely more uncharitable than mine, and that's what's going to be picked apart by Destiny here on an ultimately like pretty fucking bad clip.
Okay, so again,
like when you overextend, you give people yardage. You're like, listen, dude, I wasn't here for like 30 minutes, dude. I was here for like 2.
I don't know why Ethan projects his own fantasies onto this.
Is
also, again,
you a virgin? No, I am not. Why would
again, it is kind of just mud wrestling, right?
So this was a thing that happened back in 2010, which is 15 years ago. But if we want to go back, that's fine.
Nicholas the Goat,
I will say in the early days of live streaming,
and I got to be honest with you, there's one thing that kind of destroys the this was 15 years ago argument. I mean, I fucking heard this clip for the first time in January. I'm going to talk about it a couple more times, probably. That's kind of the issue here. For you, these controversies were 15 years ago. For you, these controversies were 10 years ago. For me, some of this shit I heard about like 3 months ago, 4, 5, 6 months ago. I'm going to talk about it for a little while. I think I'm entitled to do that.
Live stream websites were literally the Wild West of crazy, unhinged me and a few other people, plenty of people would bounce between Ustream, Livestream, Justin TV, and you could find old dudes doing conspiracy theories. You could find people doing self-harm. You could find copyright material being played. You could find just like a bunch of crazy shit. We popped into this dude's stream. We were trolling in chat for a little bit. Nobody is saying like, oh my God, yes, like take your, whatever the Ethan is fantasizing here. There were no long-term.
I don't think that's what Ethan, is that what Ethan said? Did Ethan say that Destiny was sitting there salivating over the thought of an 8-year-old boy whipping it out? I mean, I think Ethan was uncharitable, but I think that's like overkill.
Relationships with any of these people.
His voice is shaking. I mean, my voice would be shaking too if I had to explain this clip.
People, it was a crazy.
Actually, yeah. No, that's what Destiny.
That happened.
I know Destiny just said it now, but he's talking about it from the perspective of Ethan. That wasn't how I perceived that clip, but also I'm not the one being accused.
We left the stream immediately after. I don't know why he likes to project whatever other.
And he says immediately after, but in the clip he's like Captain Push-Ups jumped in the room or whatever.
Fantasy of spending a lot of time there getting to know the person. Maybe he's done trolling.
Again, we only know this because Destiny thought it was a good idea to fucking fire up a stream or get recorded talking about it.
Like this in the past, and I'm just not aware of, but
here's another one, guys, in case you haven't seen enough. This one comes to you courtesy of the Pope, Nicholas DeOrio.
This is obviously, we've spent a lot of time on this clip, so I'm going to do the abridged version whilst we hear him talk about it. But like, this clip is not out of context, at least the clip that is being shipped out. I don't necessarily agree with everything Ethan has to say about it, but to argue this is all talking about a disabled girl, we've played the full context for you. You can scroll back to the beginning of the stream. It is absolutely not the case.
Or whatever it is they do.
God bless.
God bless. Nicholas bless.
Years old, that's an adult. That's an adult dog. No. No. You, okay? I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's
okay. That's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst clip. That's the worst clip.
Okay, I'm 29. A 19-year-old.
Look, I don't know when Destiny stopped believing this. I don't know when Destiny stopped believing that like being around early college aged women was just too much of a fucking hassle, and they were all really fucking annoying and bitchy and stuff. I don't know when he moved past that because obviously he married his wife that he met when she was either 19 or 20, right? I'm probably 20 for the most part, but I think she said she was 19 or something. Either way, doesn't really matter. Not a huge point of differentiation. At some point, obviously, that position has changed from the clip of like super angry Bloodsport Steven to like pre-divorce Steven and to post-divorce Steven especially. But like to act like he never had that position, and this is exclusively something that he's talking about a mentally challenged girl when he's like literally talking about freshmen and sophomores in college with his chat. I mean, that's a little crazy to me.
Might as well be a 15-year-old to me.
Again, but if he's willing to lie about this and I know enough to catch him on it, I don't really have a lot of charitability for the rest of the video.
It's all the same, dude. Don't give me this.
That's such an interesting stuff.
Dude, the easiest way for me to lose charitability is to lie about me in the exact content that I'm supposed to check out. If you're gonna lie about me in the video I'm watching, I'm not thinking very positively about the rest of it. And that might be my personal bias, but like it just happened.
This is exactly what we're saying.
He goes, it's all the same, bro. 15, 13, 14, 15. It's all the same, bro. I'm 29. Huh? And also, on the other hand, it also is a self-report because it suggests he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means when he says it knows exactly what I'm doing. So this is a clip that gets thrown around a lot because people like to say that apparently everybody below 20 I view the exact same. That is one voice cut from that debate. If you listen to the actual debate here, I'm arguing with a dude who is literally trying to abduct a mentally retarded 19-year-old.
All right, just for context again, JF was trying to literally abduct a girl who was deemed 11 or 10 by the courts, right? And Destiny spent time debating him with Andy Worski in the chat. At the same time, after that, he spent about 10 minutes because his chat was calling him a moral F for even doing that to begin with. And he started arguing that the 19-year-olds in chat, the 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds that are watching his videos on stream are not like super mature. He started talking about the arguments about like people who are in relationships who don't live together or essentially not even in relationships. Like there's a ton of stuff that was happening outside the bounds of the JF conversation. And then he kept wrapping it back in. So he's very explicitly talking about like his experiences in some cases. Like he's specifically saying he's talking about himself. He's invoking like college in some of these cards. I'm telling you, the mentally 11 girl who had to be pulled out by the state had to intervene because JF was trying to basically fucking steal her. I don't think that girl's going to college. So to argue this is all about this fucking girl and there's no other context here is just completely false.
And take her to another state and impregnate her. Basically, every other time I'm speaking about this person and their age, I do refer to the fact they're 19, but it's not just the fact they're 19, there's a whole bunch of other things too. AF's own words, a 19-year-old girl can...
So now what he does here to try to poison the wagon on this clip. We're keeping that. Context wagon, poison the wagon. That's a new chatism. Okay, but for this context, what is it? When we're poisoning the wagon here, what we're going to do is Destiny opens up a second video of the highlights from the debate and plays some of the most depraved stuff that JF says. But like the conversation that I clipped and the conversation that Ethan shows is the very end of the VOD at like the during the 10-minute post-debate conversation. So he's playing clips of him challenging this fucking guy, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the majority of what is said in the clip.
Nicholas DeOrio's latest
communicated with him online. He fell in love with her. He convinced her to leave her family and join him. And then after 3 weeks of being with her, a girl that had never lived on her own, worked a job, lived apart from her parents, been in a relationship, he convinced her to try to have a child with him.
First, I will say, I don't care about your moral offense, you piece.
It's like, yeah, JF is a pretty fucking evil person who did pretty fucking evil things. There are people who said they debated him based off of Destiny's coverage and my YouTube video that I made in 2019. I am very educated on everything JF up until fairly recently. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I recommend you watch my video on it. It's a fucking interesting read. He brought on the pistachio supremacist who went onto his stream and said that they should blank Africa.
Can I say something to you, Nick?
He went like Vosh mode on Africa instead of Israel.
Sure, you don't have to care about my moral offense because
she said that, not him. He was like, "Oh, you need to be a bit more dog whistly."
Already agreed with me about the moral offense.
Yeah, I mean, the guy JF who we're talking about right now, it's extremely fucking crazy that his wife is currently missing and has been for about a year because he dropped her off at a gas station and she started walking through the woods because she wanted to be free. When he started dating this person,
say something to you, Nick?
They went on the stream, and this is not the girl that we're talking about in the context of this, but this girl, Mama JF, right, went on the stream and was like, "Hello, JF, I lost my job, I lost my family, I lost everything in my life because I love your live streams, and I told my boss that I wanted to suck your dick." And he's like, "Oh, Mama JF, you shouldn't have said that. That's a bad thing you just did." Like, I have no problem telling you the lore, deep history of Jean Francis Garipe. I own his book because I think it's funny. Okay, I have no problem sitting here and talking at length about how fucking crazy this schizo is.
She had never lived on her own before, and despite all of this, you convinced her to leave her family without a word to join you and make a baby.
That's called love, you idiot.
That's called
This guy. His wife goes missing. I go to his YouTube channel. He's got a video wearing a hazmat suit on how to steam his apartment. I'm not even fucking kidding you. You can go look on his fucking channel if it's still up. He's got a whole video talking about how to deep clean your house in a hazmat suit or some shit. Some fucking orange ass shit that you'd see in dark.
Of a 19-year-old girl? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, a 19-year-old girl can love you, idiot. Do you want people in the future to be scared of going out with mentally disabled people? Eventually, Destiny will find out and it will ruin their life. Now, it is a 19-year-old woman who was free to make her choices. Steven can come here and express moral offense. Who cares? Everyone in the chat says 19 is...
Also, right, alt-writer who runs an alt-right podcast, right? His beginning of his career was funded, and I am not kidding you, by Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, Jeffrey Epstein, Jewish pedophile, okay, funded an alt-writer's YouTube career who did all of this other stuff, okay? And he argued on Twitter that he was trying to save Jeffrey Epstein from being a pedophile or something. It was crazy. This guy's all the lore. Someone could make a new video that'd be really good on this guy. Yeah, there's another thing. Yeah.
Steven.
So why didn't she fight the court about being appointed a guardian, JF? If she wanted to,
she was intimidated, physically abused by her father, and intimidated into abandoning her rights.
You're saying that a girl was so easily intimidated that she quickly gave up her right to exist in an autonomous person, but you claim the same person was mature enough to make the decision to move in with you and bear your child?
The reality is that...
Like, there's a lot in this debate. It was not just that the fact that this girl was 19. This girl was declared mentally incompetent by a court.
Unfortunately, like in the clip that I show, right, it kind of like mostly was about that other stuff. But like it, again, context is king. So I guess just for the context, because we're putting these in two separate VODs, I can give you a bit more information from what I said before, right? So you got this clip right here. This is what I was talking about. At about the 38-minute mark, this debate that he claims he's having, where all the clips come from in the shorter video, ends.
What? I feel like at this point, if I just let JF talk, I feel like he like hangs himself with like every word. I went up the...
So now he's talking to his chat. The debate ended at like the 38-minute mark.
And I think that it's interesting. So yeah, man. All right. I just want you to know that. All right, dude?
Well, hey, listen, I love you. It's been fun, dude. Final note, guys, if you're 32 years old, don't fuck 19-year-olds, okay? All right, have fun, buddy.
You follow me on Twitter, by the way.
Okay, so he leaves at the 38-minute mark. And then he comes in here and let's see the word moral. Moral gets us where we need to go. Right? Moral. There's 19 mentions of moral. 38. Okay, so, all right, literally at the 38-minute mark, as soon as he starts talking to his chat, after he leaves the call with JF.
Why aren't you following me yet?
I'll follow you, okay? Have fun, buddy, okay? Andy, don't date any 18-year-olds, okay? Don't try to put babies in them. It's just not right, okay? Goodbye.
What?
I mean, is there just like a fucking horde of retarded 18-year-olds who are mentally 11?
I feel like at this point, if I just let JF talk, I feel like he like hangs himself with like every word. I went up the east
Yeah, I guess there are.
coast and I fucked 18 and 19-year-old girls. I fucked everyone and I wanted to make a baby with every girl I fucked, and I wanted to be a family with every girl I fucked.
Now, if you watched the stream before, you've already seen the beginning of this clip. This is what we showed you.
And I'm a moral. Holy shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I know that this is going to trigger the fuck out.
Again, if you were here already, you've already seen this
out
clip.
of a lot of you guys. I know that a lot of you are kind of young. And I totally understand that, guys. However, I do not believe this is just me personally. I'm really judgmental. I know this is going to make a lot of you guys really upset. Okay. I don't believe that your relationship is real until you're living with the other person. I don't care if she's...
And again, he's arguing this is all about JF. JF was living with this girl. You know how I know? Because the state had to intervene and they had to take her home. Okay? So this is very clearly Destiny having a conversation outside the bounds of just criticizing JF.
She spends the night every weekend. I don't care if you guys see each other every day at work. I don't care if you guys have been talking for 2 years on Skype. Your relationship means fucking nothing until you are living together. Until you have to deal with that chick when she is PMSing, okay? When she fucking bleeds.
Was Mama JF ever found? No.
Through her fucking pad. When she leaves her shit out on the fucking counter and she doesn't clean her fucking dishes.
Like for JF's girlfriend, what is it? Like a fucking Hot Wheels car? Do the dishes? Isn't that like a little above pay grade?
When she fucking leaves her dirty fucking panties or bras or whatever laying on the fucking floor until she has a...
I mean, call me crazy here. I think that he's not being exactly truthful with the context.
a fucking dog and she lets it shit in the front room and maybe she doesn't clean it, until you have dealt with that person at every single point, because until you live with that person, the only buddy that you see, the only person you see every weekend is their fucking representative, okay? You do not know what any person is like until...
And I'll be the first one to say, he eventually does bring this back to Mama JF, right? Like that, well, previous Mama JF, I guess, Mama JF stage 1, right? He eventually does bring it back. This is just obviously not the nature of the conversation, though, the way he's described it.
You live with them, okay? Fuck that shit.
Was there any proof he was dropped off at the gas station? Mama JF was on security CCTV footage getting dropped off at the... Yes.
Don't ever fucking tell me that you fucking love somebody, that you love somebody.
No, I'm not. Why would so many people be Googling that?
Thank you.
Destiny is a PDF-adjacent person, at best. He does no reality on this or any other cosmos, real or imagined, past, present, or future in this or any other cosmos, real or imagined. A 33-year-old man should be talking to a 17-yo.
Well, this video that I'm showing you right now does not demonstrably prove that Destiny is a pedophile because he is saying this. What it proves is he's kind of a fucking hypocrite, because after this clip, after the clip I'm about to show you, he went on to marry his 19/20-year-old, or I guess that's when they met, right? Between the ages of 19 and 20, maybe even 21. But he went on to marry that person and then divorce that person and get caught in the DMs of Rose, right? Like there are things that are happening here that don't appear to be the way that Destiny... And again, he could just say, oh, my principles changed or something like that. But instead, he goes on his fucking video and says, I'm talking about Mama JF or proto-Mama JF or whatever. I'm talking about a woman with a disability. I'm not talking about 19 or 18-year-olds at all, actually. Like, he just answered it wrong, and he turned it on me for some reason.
You're in love with it. You don't even live with them. You don't even fucking know them. You don't even know them. You have no fucking idea who the fuck that person is until you guys have shared a house for like some number of months, and not even like 2 or 3 days. Okay, I'm talking like when you've lived with somebody for like a couple months. Now you fucking know shit. Okay, and it doesn't even have to be a relationship for people to see this shit fall apart. How many people do you know that had best friends all through grade school? You were best friends all through high school.
But I did not have a lot of mentally ate best friends going into college. Again, like this is obviously him talking to his chat because they called him a moral slur.
You guys were inseparable, and then you go to college and you fucking dorm together, and holy shit.
I think Ethan misunderstood the clip. If your argument is that Ethan misunderstood the clip, that's one argument. But to say that I sabotaged Ethan by sending him a bad, out of context clip and then lying about the context to the clip is like fucking crazy.
Shit fucking falls apart, and you ain't even married. You don't even have to sleep with that motherfucker. You don't have to be dating them. You don't have to care about their feelings. You don't have to consider them in any of your plans. They're just a fucking friend. And even at that point, those two people can grow to fucking hate each other. And that
sounds like he's talking about his fucking wife here, like I said before, but I obviously don't know.
A relationship before? Fuck that shit, dude. You gotta grow the fuck up. I tell this story all the time. You know what I used to be worried growing up? I used to be worried thinking like, dude, what am I gonna do? I'm horny as fuck all the time. I'm gonna want to fuck 16-year-olds forever.
Again, I could just keep playing this clip. I am, because that's a horrible place to leave it, and that would be uncharitable. But, like, it is exceedingly obvious that he is talking about himself. He's talking about his chat. He's talking about, like, yeah.
Like, dude, what am I gonna do? I'm horny as fuck all the time. I'm gonna want to fuck 16-year-olds forever. What?
He's explicitly explaining why he is not attracted to 16-year-olds in current day.
What am I gonna do when I'm like 30 years old and I want to fuck 16-year-olds? I thought this when I was in high school, because I was like, dude, high school girls, they're fucking hot as shit. Look. But you know what happens? Something happens, okay? When you turn, I don't know, when you turn 23, 24, 25, when you've lived in a house and you've paid for your own fucking bills and you've been on your own for a little bit, and then you go into a restaurant and you sit down to eat, you might be alone, you might be with a friend, and you know what you hear talking behind you? You hear college freshmen, you hear high school seniors, and nothing makes your balls shrivel up quicker than the inane, asinine, fucking gossipy, stupid fucking shit that concerns the mind of a fucking teenager.
But I guess they're good to have, like, e-sex with if they're college freshmen. I guess that's totally above board. Yeah, I wouldn't want to date them, but I could fuck them.
Nothing.
Digitally.
will turn you off faster.
Yeah, this is obviously not about JF exclusively. It's just simply not.
Somebody that has a fucking house, that has a career, that has a job, that has lived his own life, than to sit down in a restaurant and put your back to...
Also, yeah, the other people are saying self-report. This sounds like a bit of troll's remorse a little bit, because he's laying it on so exceedingly thick. But again, that's just what it sounds like.
Two motherfuckers that are talking about, I don't know what class I'm gonna take. Oh my god, the professor is such an annoying piece of shit.
Yeah, call me crazy, but I don't think the mentally 10-year-old, 19-year-old girl is gonna be going to college. I don't think she got accepted.
And my mom stopped paying.
Again, she literally, dude, I'm sorry, but she like, the state intervened and took her out of somebody's house. I don't think she went to college.
This is the easiest way for me to understand that I will not be attracted to teenagers going into my fucking 30s, okay?
Is it not, like, any more obvious that the clip that I sent was in context? Could I not make that clearer to you?
Okay, so when a 32-year-old tells me that he has met a 19-year-old on the internet and that they are in love with each other after 4 months, I'm sorry, but something is fucking wrong with you. Something is not right. That you feel like you can relate.
Viciously on Twitter.
Somebody
if you are rocking to a 17-year-old as a 33-year-old adult, they better be your child or the wood chipper gets hungry.
Oh my god. Okay, you didn't spell talking right. And I just got so fucking confused at what you said. Bro, that is a nuclear level fucking typo. You said rocking and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought you said fucking. Okay, dude, okay. What he said was, if you're even engaging with a 17-year-old and it's not your own kid, you're as a 33-year-old. Okay, that was not like a pedophilic DM. That was just like a horrible typo, dude. Oh my god. All right, dude, fucking 07 for you. But Jesus, I just wanted to clarify that so nobody fucking went after you.
Who's been through 3 marriages and has a child, you're telling
me... Bro,
me...
you just know that guy's face is fucking blood red right now. Holy shit. Dude, someone just wrote Thorpe?
Me that you can relate enough with a 19-year-old who is a virgin?
So now, look, after that whole rant about himself, he does bring it back to JF. That is true.
Is going to leave her family?
It's like, hey, this whole thing is crazy, and this girl's retarded. And this girl's a virgin. And this girl's never lived away from home. And he's trying to impregnate her. It's like, yeah, okay.
And live with you, and you're gonna make babies?
Also, White Nervosa in chat. This is an old clip.
There is something fucking wrong with your mind, okay? You're either, one, you have a severe mental fuck-up.
Which I agree on this, yeah.
Some disorder of your own. Or 2, you're a fucking sexual predator. Those are the only 2 options. Because healthy, well...
All right, now I'm going to speed this up a little bit because this part is about JF. I'm going to let it play.
Adjusted people who are 32 years old, who have had multiple marriages and a child, do not make the decision.
But he pulls it back.
To interact with a 19-year-old online, lure them to their apartment.
We all agree with this.
And then try to make babies with them in the first few weeks of being together with them, okay? We're not even getting into all of the sexually abusive or predatorily coercive things that JF did. We're not even going to get into the fact that, we're not even going to get into the fact, well, I guess...
He talks about how JF isolated her, which he did.
Talk to her, okay? No one else knows.
That's the isolation part.
Okay? The only person, okay? Right? That's one way of isolating.
It is so obvious when he's talking about JF and when he's not.
Somebody, right? Another way of isolating someone is to literally say, leave your family and come live with me in North Carolina, right? Leaves her family without a fucking word. Why wouldn't she tell her parents, like, hey, I've got a boyfriend, I want to go live with him?
It's essentially him getting one guide in chat and then dragging it back on topic.
Why wouldn't she pass that by anybody? Why would JF not want her to pass that by anybody? If I was going to plan on fucking marrying and childing up a girl, I'm gonna have in-laws. Why wouldn't I want to have some type of relationship with her fucking parents? That seems kind of weird, right? That I wouldn't even want to meet them, or at least, maybe I'll hate them, but at least I'll meet them to know that I'm going to hate them, right? But nope, no communication with the parents, gets the girl to pack up and leave, and now that you have this, the perfect specimen, okay? I have the girl with no family, no friends, okay, who is a retard, okay? Now you have this girl, what am I going to do? I'm going to put the baby in her. And now she's your slave forever.
Okay, so that's the JF part. He does talk about JF. Now!
She has no friends, which she didn't. She has no family, because he's cutting her off from them. She has nobody else that she can talk to, no support network. Now she has his baby, okay? She has no job, right? She has no real education, right? She's totally locked there and she's his. That is fucking disgusting, okay? And that's kind of why, like, the fact that he still defends this behavior is really irritating to me, because what he did was fucking horrible.
Okay, good. That's the JF stuff, because he doesn't want to be presumptuous.
That kind of shit is literally fucking disgusting, that he would try to trap a little girl, and I don't want to be presumptuous.
So he says the word little girl and now breaks into a diatribe about what a 19-year-old girl means to him in terms of age.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if this upsets you because you're 19, or I'm sorry if this upsets you because you're 22 or something, right? Or if...
Why would it upset people who are 19 or 22 in the audience? They're not legally discernibly retarded, right? Why would it chatter if you're just talking about people who are mentally retarded and being abused by predators or alleged predators or whatever? I think predators is probably the right word, personally. That's my opinion for the legal people listening, for my legal counsel opinion, right? Why would your chatters be worried about this? Are they all, like, retarded? Is that the argument?
Because you're 19, or I'm sorry if this upsets you because you're 22 or something, right? Or if you're some legal guy or whatever, you know? When you're 19, you're a little kid, okay? Now, if you're 22, a 19-year-old's not a kid to you, okay? I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all the fucking same, dude. Don't give me this fucking, just because of some legal age of consent, whatever bullshit, I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old fucking freshman in school as I would a fucking sophomore in high school.
Now, when he says 18 or 19-year-old freshman in school, he is directly referring back to the previous conversation I showed you, where he was explicitly explaining why he doesn't believe that he'd be attracted to women who are 18 or 19 in his 30s. Okay? It is not a difficult concept. This clip was right there. You could have gone to look at it. It's up. I did not provide an out of context clip here. This is a hypocrisy of destinies, and however you have that, whatever mileage you get out of it, is not my concern. All I'm saying is it's a hypocrisy.
Any type of inclination towards any of those people is really fucking weird, okay? Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay? I'm a real adult, okay? If your mom and dad, if you live with your mom and dad still pay all of your bills, you're still a virgin, you've never been in a relationship.
Old clip. Well, yeah, obviously it's old. He ended up marrying a fucking 19 or... a girl he met when she was 19 or 20 years old. Like, after this. So yeah, obviously it's an old clip, right? I'm sorry, I only got old clips here. Except... Oh, come on, dude. That's what I have for the fucking... Come on, crescendo! Hello, I needed this for the chatter. Load faster. Oh my god, bro. My fucking computer's having performance anxiety. This is why I need bigger NVMe storages and not fucking hard drive. Oh fuck, I was looking in the wrong place. I could have got that a lot faster. Jesus fucking Christ. Which one is it? Is it this one?
You fucked, if you're ready to settle down, if you want to have kids, like stuff like that. Like, if you're lying about your fuckboy.
Perhaps, but is like, are women truly just being duped by these men? There's no ability for them to discern who these men are.
There is an ability to discern. The ability comes with age and experience, of course. That's why all these red pill guys want women that are 20 years old, because they're too stupid to pick the fuckboys out.
I actually think that's probably more of them being shallow than they're being.
And I do think it is extremely creepy to go out and go get, like, you know who I didn't pull up? You know what debate I didn't pull up that I could show you? Is when he was talking about Coach Red Pill. When Coach Red Pill is like awkwardly, disgustingly bragging about getting the quote unquote good pussy. Like, that is fucking gross. Like, Destiny was arguing with him about that because Coach Red Pill's like, yeah, I want to fuck those precious 18, 19-year-old, like, top-of-the-line fucking women or whatever. That was another video we could pull up. Obviously, that is, like, egregious, and that's what he's talking about in this clip.
Being too stupid to pick him out. Because
no,
the question
it's literally verbatim what they say.
Actually, what you've actually just did is infantilize.
Coach Red Pill's dead. By the way, he died.
Women and just admit it. They have.
Hold on. Yeah,
I don't ever say. That's what he said, dude. You're just mad that you're not getting the good pussy.
Yes, I infantilize
the type of men who aren't actually going to be the men that could be in relationships.
I do infantilize 20-year-old women because they are children. That is correct. Yes.
So 20 years.
And again, I played this before. I'll say it again. Do I think that he means 20-year-old women can't consent? No. I think he's calling out people who go specifically for 19, 20-year-olds and stuff. Or engage with those people because they're easy, because blah, 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 blah. All right. But I do think if you get caught in the DMs of somebody who supposedly is 17, but is 19 or whatever, and you're exchanging fucking stuff with them with clips like this that exist, I do view that as a hypocrisy. I think a lot of people would view that as a hypocrisy. Is he exclusively targeting fucking young girls? I don't fucking think so.
Year-old women. At one point,
but that's not what's required to make the clip bad.
Hold on.
20-year-old women are too dumb to pick up. So are 20-year-old men. But
if you're acknowledging that people pick up 19, 18-year-old women, right? And then you get caught with 19, 18-year-old women, you look bad. If there's a clip of you arguing about how you've got nothing in common with these people, and as you get older, you're only like people your own age, and they're talking about professors in college, and you have nothing in common with an 18, 19-year-old, like, yeah, people are gonna go, hey, this is like a really shitty clip of you. This is like a really fucking horrible, a horrible take in comparison to where you currently, like, your principles here have like dramatically shifted in an extremely weird way in a conversation now that is coming out about you potentially having fucking illegal materials in your computers. Like, what the fuck is that about?
you don't go to school. You've never even had a job before. You've never lived on your own. You're a child. You're very much a child. You don't know what it's like to wake up and go into work.
We're going to hear the rest of the clip in his version of it, so I don't have to watch the whole thing here. He does play it here.
And then her parents prevented her from being abducted by this guy.
Sure, yeah, because when you live with somebody...
All of these are from that same debate, by the way.
And no, all of them are not from that same debate. The clips that you show from the debate are from the debate. The clips that are not from the debate are from the post-debate when you're talking about other things.
4 months.
Sure, yeah, because when you live with somebody, it's a totally different thing. So if somebody tells me that they're in love with somebody that they've been talking to online, and then they up and just leave their family with no word, and they just drive cross-country, and in a few weeks are trying to create a child...
Thank you, Grassroots. You didn't have to send another donation in for this.
To make it supremely clear, last chat was a typo if you are 30 plus, and talking to a 17-year-old, a 19-year-old, you would talk to a 16-year-old or a 14-year-old if they hit puberty sooner. It's legitimately evil.
With this person, without a financial future, without any type of financial security, yeah, there's a ton of red flags there.
Apparently, she was intelligent enough to find a guy who wanted to care for her for the rest of his life and who had the amount of money required to survive for that long. And so go get moral.
I think
it's extensive enough that 3,000 people watching live.
So now he's cut back to like the highlights of the debate here. Like, again, this is like dramatically bad faith. I don't agree with everything Ethan says, but blaming it on me is pretty fucking crazy.
I should hear his point of view about her life.
And here we have JF, the 32-year-old man, thrice married, who has found true love by talking to a 19-year-old mentally disabled girl who saw him on a podcast and messaged him on Skype. And after a few months, he's determined that she is his soulmate, and he wants to ship her off to North Carolina to put a baby in her.
And that's biology. I'm sorry you have a problem with it.
Yeah, biology.
Do you think, Destiny...
If this was just love, I honestly wouldn't care as much. It was that JF was trying to do, like, unstoppable damage, like permanent damage to her life by having a child with her. That's more than just love. If they were just living together or whatever, and then the father showed up, like, that's...
Also, I love this, like, that's more than just love. He's quoting when JF is like, that is called love, you idiot. Like, the most memeable moment of the entire debate. I miss the days when we would take something that sounds that absurd that we would just laugh at now and, like, hyper-analyze the fuck out of it.
It's an entirely different situation. It's the fact that...
Destiny can be extremely bad faith. I mean, look, I can only show you when I know all of the details, exactly the mechanisms of how this thing worked, how bad faith he actually is. So yeah, on this example, this is actually fucking crazy that he goes and says that fucking fat Oreo steered Ethan in the wrong direction.
There for a few weeks, JF is trying to get her pregnant. This is a girl that's never even lived on her own.
Especially when I have as much direct connection with Destiny, as much direct connection with Ethan as Destiny does. Like, neither of us have a way to talk to Ethan Klein.
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
And that's what he claims. I can tell you what I have, and he claims. I have no connection that I cannot reach. The closest I can do to get in touch with Ethan is, like, reach out to AB. That is, like, the only communication door that I have.
Or he thinks she could take care of a kid? That's comical.
I'm assuming...
Like, people that have ever watched this debate like to pretend that I was just screaming, like, 19, 19, 19. But there was way, way, way more going on here. You could rip one clip from it if you want, but...
But again, I didn't rip one clip from the debate. I ripped it from the post-debate when you were talking about other things.
From a guy heading to a bar and buying a chick drinks and then paying for dinner and then like buying her a bunch of presents and treating her very well. It's the same thing, man.
It's not,
called,
though. It's not because...
It's called courting.
No. There's a huge difference. It's the difference between consent versus informed consent.
All right, can we move a little past this now, or do you think you understand the JF part? Can we get to the part where, like, he's actually talking about the clip that matters?
10-year-olds? Okay.
Because I literally think that all the JF stuff, unironically, I think that everything about JF that he shows in this entire segment is completely worthless. I don't think it has literally anything to do with anything.
Okay.
Because of some legal age of consent, whatever bullshit.
Just because of some legal age of consent bullshit? Huh? That's the age of consent. I think we all agree that's a good thing. Everyone but Destiny thinks that's good. We should have a minimum age so that adults can't have sex with children.
Again, when he said a 19-year-old, that's basically a 15-year-old to me. Destiny is obviously going fucking ham mode to say that like he is not attracted to a 19-year-old because they're virtually indistinguishable from a fucking 15-year-old. Like that's a bad thing. Ethan uncharitably is like, dude, 19, 15, what's the difference? Destiny's pretty loco, isn't he?
That is bullshit. That is just an imagined line in the sand that I will not conform to. Okay, he's constantly.
Okay, so this idea of me saying that the age of consent is that's not at all what I'm saying there at all. Like it was
about Destiny
Thank you.
attempting to fat shame Nick is how Destiny is simultaneously victim weight, but also the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Well, I don't know. My hair's still going strong.
The exact opposite argument that.
Then again, I don't know where I'll be when I'm 36. Actually, I know where I'll be. Not in a 17-year-old's fucking DMs.
Just because this girl was 19 years old, the age of consent doesn't matter here. She was literally mentally retarded. That was the point. I believe that quote comes from this segment.
Right? But no communication with the parents, gets the girl to pack up and leave. And now that you have this, the perfect specimen, okay? I have the girl with no family, no friends, okay, who is a retard, okay? Now you have this girl, what am I going to do? I'm going to put the baby in her. And now she's your slave forever. She has no...
So this is the funniest part of the entire clip, because I think at this moment, Destiny realizes in his 5 hours of prep, he actually probably didn't pre-watch this clip, because he just sits here awkwardly silent while it's extremely obvious what he is talking about, and then he just fucking stumbles his words like a fucking moron afterwards. It's extremely funny.
Friends, which she didn't. She has no family because he's cutting her off from them. She has nobody else that she can talk to, no support network. Now she has his baby, okay? She has no job, right? She has no real education, right? She's totally locked there, and she's his. That is disgusting, okay? And that's kind of why, like, the fact that he still defends this behavior is really irritating to me, because what he did was horrible. That kind of is literally disgusting. That he would try to trap a little girl, and I don't want to be presumptuous.
Which is funny, because he's saying cringe and shut the fuck up.
When you're 36, you can join me on the skateboard for ultimate skateboard review.
Hell yeah. So wait, so he's saying cringe because I think he thinks that he's moral effing here too. Like I think that he, like in current day Destiny, is like, yeah, chat was right.
I'm sorry.
Again, just my interpretation of events for any legal entities that are listening.
So sorry if this upsets you because you're 19, or I'm sorry if this upsets you because you're 22 or something, right? Or if you're some legal guy or whatever, you know, when you're 19, you're a little kid, okay? Now, if you're 22, a 19-year-old's not a kid to you, okay? I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me.
Again, though, but like, if the argument was that the girl's retarded, why wouldn't he say, like, this is a mentally 11-year-old woman? Why is he casing it in legitimate, like, age arguments? And why is he addressing his chat when his chat is not deemed mentally 11 by courts? Like, this is extremely bizarre if this is his actual argument.
It's all the same, dude. Don't give me this. Just because of some legal...
He's just sitting here silently watching.
Whatever bull. I have about as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old freshman in school as I would
like this
in high
is
school.
Obviously his position at the time, and I guess maybe he's just ashamed to admit it, or maybe he legitimately made a mistake. I don't know, but yeah, it doesn't feel great, you know?
Any type of inclination towards any of those people is really weird, okay? Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19.
Like, I am getting a load of shit from a ton of sycophantic freaks on social media right now telling me that I sold Ethan up the fucking well or something.
On your mouse hover, Nick.
You know, I'm getting a ton of shit here for this, so it is kind of fucking crazy.
I'm a real adult, okay? I'm a real adult, okay? If you live with your mom and dad still pay all of your bills, you're still a virgin, you've never been in a relationship, you don't go to school, you've never even had a job before, you've never lived on your own, you're a child. You're very much a child. You don't know what it's like to wake up and go into work, to work a job you hate because you have to pay a bill, okay? You don't know what it's like to have to make a decision between getting kind of a cool car and a piece of shit car because you can't afford it. You don't know what it's like to get called in.
How many shekels did Destiny pay you? Bro, you guys are totally fucking raped on this talking point. This is a stream that is like unquestionably critical of Destiny. How are you so retarded? And like, I don't even think I'm being one-guyed on that. I think there are legitimately people that fucking stupid. Holy shit, dude. Oh god, I didn't realize I was sweeping this whole time. Fuck, dude, I left my broom at home.
To work an extra shift because you don't have any life experience. You don't know anything about anything. You're a child.
Who said that? I don't know. You'll never see them again.
So all the people in chat are like, no, 19 years old, that's an adult. That's an adult dog. No. No.
So I guess we can pretend that this was cut just to... just Jesus Christ.
Dude, that is the best part. That is by far the best fucking part of this entire video, is when he can't even muster up the lie, just starts giggling and says, Jesus Christ.
So all the people in chat are like, no, 19 years old, that's an adult. That's an adult dog. No. No.
So I guess we can pretend that this was cut just to... just Jesus Christ, bro.
I mean, it's so, that is therapeutic. That like feels good in my soul. All right, now I have seen nothing past this, so I mean, this is all new to me.
Wait, I think I exited the video.
Age of consent,
that I'm saying that like, oh no, age of consent, let's minors. Again, maybe Ethan's projecting something on me there. And again, like, it's funny to cut the like 19-year-old or whatever, but like, obviously there are some 19-year-olds that are more mature. There are
I have seen some more of this.
Some 23-year-olds that are less mature. Like, I've chatted with like, 22, 23-year-olds who are still like going to school and living with their parents and working on their masters, who like are fighting with their parents, and those people are a lot different than even somebody a couple years younger, a 20-year-old who has lived on their own for a while.
Was that guy?
Obviously, ages are proxies for life stages, life developments, and everything else. But yeah, I mean, if you want to fantasize that I'm arguing against the age of consent, then go for it.
I think we all agree that's a good thing. Everyone but Destiny thinks that's good. We should have a minimum age so that adults can't have sex with children. That is bull. That is just an imagined line in the sand that I will not conform to. Okay, he's constantly blurring the line and trying to normalize the act of adults.
Like, is me saying that like the 19 and the 50-year-old
again? So I don't think that Ethan's take here is extremely charitable. I do think that there's like it hinges on the other previous clips of him arguing this. I think if you look at every one of these in isolation, it looks way worse. But I do think there are like plenty of people who have horrible opinions of Destiny based off this stuff. And yeah, I don't know necessarily if I would call them all the worst people on planet Earth for it.
Will have as much in common if they're in school having anything. That's blurring the line to... What do you think I'm blurring the line for? For making an argument why you should date or 15-year-olds, or for saying why, like...
No, it's because there's like a whole lot of clips like this. Like, I think the most charitable interpretation of that's still fucking bad for you, is that like that was so over the top that it quite literally couldn't have been true. Again, there are people, I think, isn't Destiny one of the guys, I apologize profusely if he's not, who gets mad at like I would put pedophiles in the wood chipper and kill them arguments, right? Like, if there are people, and I think Destiny was one of them. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Is he one of the guys who are like, oh, you're fucking so performative, you want to put a pedophile in a wood chipper? Dude, when you sit here and you're like, bro, I'm fucking 33 years, I'm 29 years old, all right? I would never find myself attracted to one of those 18-year, one of those 19-year-olds, one of those 22-year-olds, okay? They're complete, oh, dude, the minute you grow up, or what, like, it's like, I mean, it kind of fucking sounds the same to me. It sounds like either like, maybe troll's remorse isn't the right word, but that's like that is the most, I guess, uncharitable version of that I could muster up.
Even a 19-year-old is probably somebody who's in a significantly different life.
Or like a uncharitable version.
Stage. It's more comparable to a 15-year-old than a 25-year-old or 30-year-old. Like, which direction do you think the line is being blurred here?
Sleeping with minors, right? Continually. This is the theme that we keep seeing. It's like, this is okay. This isn't that bad. This 15-year-old's hot. I want to this 15-year-old, but I won't, et cetera, et cetera.
Now he's referring back to saying it's hard to say no to the kid, right?
This is a pattern. Long pattern.
That's in reference to the MLG DMs when he said it's like hard to say no to people like this, and his argument was, well, I did, so I must not be a pedophile because I did say no.
About as much in common with like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old freshman in school.
Again, it's compartmentalizing it. He pulls up the fucking jailbait and the MLG stuff, saying this girl fucking, like, look at this girl, dude. It's hard to say no or something, right? And then you find a clip of him saying that like a 19-year-old and a 15-year-old are virtually fucking like indistinguishable. I mean, it's not. I'm just saying, it doesn't sound fucking great when you start putting all these clips together where he's kind of just going over the top.
It's like, what if sophomore in high school? Any type of inclination towards.
He's like freshman in college, sophomore.
Do you think that Ethan shouldn't inflate the allegations like he does here? Sure, yeah, 100%. I think that when you go over the top and you overcommit to stuff, you make it extremely easy for Destiny to turn around and go, dude, this is crazy. I literally never said that. Because, yeah, it's 100%. Like, you could fucking totally do that, right?
More in high school, it's all good, baby.
I think that Destiny was extremely stupid to make that comment about Hassan after the Klein situation. And I think there is fair criticism to launch at Ethan here, that he's just kind of fucking literally like riding this into the ground right now.
That's yeah. Okay. Maybe if he wasn't watching Nicholas Fat Oreo stream, maybe he would actually have some actual context on what this conversation is about. But you know what? Listen, I love the clip champion. Do it more. I love
Again, my clip was totally in context. You can blame me all you want, but I think I've demonstrated that was your position.
it. Okay.
Me those bikini pics in the DMs.
Those people is really fucking weird, okay? Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay?
And then there's one more clip I want to show you guys.
Okay, can't play the rest of that. Got to move to the next thing. Okay.
Of when
Good one.
we were talking about Vosh and the lolly horse controversy.
And I don't know how long the clip was because it looks like he pulled it off LSF. Someone posted that to LSF.
He accidentally
I don't think Ethan even watched my stream, to be honest. Because it wasn't... that was the clip that was cut. Was it by Yeet who posted that one? Or was that the LSF clip?
opened a folder and he had lolly and horse porn on his computer. And everybody was clowning on him.
I don't know the lolicon thing, but... I mean, it would probably be smart to disavow Vosh.
Except one person. There was one person that came to his defense. Who was it? Destin. Why? Well, this take was so bizarre. I remember at the time being absolutely struck by it, and I pulled this straight from my memory because it was just so shocking to me. But here's his take on a lolicon, which is the pornographic hentai drawings involving children.
Did you see the lolly discussion on Reddit? You know, if Vosh was a better person and not such a piece of shit, I'd be in the trenches. Because you know what? Who the f cares about lolly? Who cares about drawn? Imagine your life is so boring that you give a f about.
I mean, it sounds like every fucking like lolicon, like an Uxtaku freak fan in my replies.
Animated cartoon girls.
Imagine your life so boring that you care about sexualizing children. Imagine
like the people who show up after the Mudahar Nuxtaku thing in chat. Sounds exactly the same.
Being so bored in your life that you actually care if grown-ups want to f minors.
Like, right, the only thing I don't want to hear him say is like, wait, dude, minors. I thought we were talking about drawings.
That's not what we're talking about right now. What again? I know that he loves to make everything about pedophilia because Ethan is.
Well, what else would it be? If people are jerking off to depictions of children, that would mean that they were attracted to depictions of children. No,
a rich history with obsessively making pedophilia jokes and everything else, but nobody on my stream. We do not normalize minors. I've never normalized minors.
No, he's asking why that was your position on Vosh. That's not what he said.
Never in my entire life argued for a lower age of consent. That just never ever happened on my stream. He is projecting so much weird.
No, what? No, hold on. Address the lolicon comment.
It onto me, and by projecting, I mean just reading it straight from threads or from Nicholas DeOrio or anything else. But
oh, dude, bro, that wasn't even my clip. I don't think I pulled that up. Was that me? Why am I getting, dude?
Bro, what? I don't know.
Bro, apparently I orchestrated this guy's fucking destruction. What did I do to this guy?
I don't know if it's that minor of a detail.
Like, bro, the cabal, dude, the cabal continues to live. Bro, I run out of teammates and I'm still the cabal.
How old is the girl? I don't know. How old is the drawing?
Bro, all my fucking teammates hate me.
Goddamn.
I'm still running everything, apparently.
Picture. Who the cares? Grow the
Nicholas,
okay? People on Ethan's subreddit are like calling the FBI.
My man.
He totally swerved in and blamed me. I literally caught a stray.
On Vouch. He's looking at cartoons that I don't like. I think that, like, bro.
That's not the criticism. It's not.
Bro, this is actually the worst clip of Destiny ever, bro. The hairline is atrocious here. He looks like Albert Einstein on the beat. What the fuck is that? Okay, sorry. Back to what we were doing.
That they don't like it. It might have a fine plot. And the plot might be a banger. I don't know. The problem, of course, is that it's depicting children being f***ed by adults. That's just, you know, that's a detail that's important.
Dude, wait, is he having Finasta rage? Is that what's happening? Bro, maybe he's not a rage cow. Maybe it's the finasteride. Oh my god, dude. We might owe this guy an apology, chat.
To emphasize.
Okay.
Dude, he's got the Finny rage, dude. He snuck into Chud Logic's house. That's why the fucking DMs were in UK fucking, UK, like, date thing.
now, I'm not here to judge anybody on what kind of animated pornography they decide to collect or show to other people.
I am. I'm judging.
Album right now.
This
is there like not a follow up to that? That was a half a sentence there.
This is Rick and Morty.
Okay.
No way. Oh, okay. So now it's okay. All right. It's clip time. I don't want to answer this question. It's clip time. Let's hear what disgusting, degenerate shit Ethan Klein has said about fucking lolicon porn.
That's Rick and Morty? No.
Yeah, this is from an episode of Rick and Morty where Mr. Mises runs train on
No.
There's an episode of there's an episode of Rick and Morty where Mr. Mises runs a train on somebody?
Mr. Mises and all of his buddies run train on April.
He's not. Who the fuck is April? Is it Summer? Are you talking about? Oh yeah, that's not good.
Jewish, I can see.
Good observation.
He's joking. No, I understand he's joking, but are they actually looking at that?
Thoughts on this?
Oh my god.
He meant summer, not April.
Describe what you're seeing.
Oh my god.
Dude, April. You thought it was the one from fucking. Is April the one from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the side of the arcade cabinet? I'm not a Turtles person. Is that April?
Describe this for the people who can't see it.
Thank God someone hears. Yeah, this is a fucking nuclear level clip. Yep.
It looks like a woman.
Here, into the mic.
Oh my god.
Go ahead, describe that. Go ahead.
Nicholas, the goat. I appreciate that.
I will say I did do the research, and Summer is only 17 years old, okay?
Again, though, in the context of Vosh, right? I will say, Vosh was jerking off to this. Like, this is something he was actively into. All right? I still think that's a crazy clip for someone to post online. And it's insane. It's not the same thing. Like, if Vosh gets off to the thought of fucking, like, short stacked goblins, quote unquote, or, lolicon, right? That's a bit different than look at this Mr. Meeseeks running a train on a 17-year-old character.
So he is... Now, okay, do I actually think he's getting off to lolicon? Or...
Okay, never mind. You know what? I was out of line there. I should have let him finish his sentence.
That he enjoys this, despite that creepy smile he has while sharing his pornographic hentai with his parents? Probably not. But like, if this is the standard we're going to use, I mean...
No, but that's not the standard. The standard is that Vosh was jerking off to it. Like, that's...
Jesus Christ. I only said I didn't give a fuck about it. You're over here literally showing it to your mom and dad on stream. What the fuck?
Again, but this is like when Destiny was talking about the Gila Klein comment. When Hassan Piker is talking about, like, valid military targets in the West Bank, and then Destiny counters that by going, well, I assume, because I hate this guy, that he's definitely talking about, like, killing Gila Klein in current day of California, which by the way, I'm assuming based off of what he says, because nothing else would make sense there. And he takes that and goes, if this is the standard, just very much like the thing you just heard, if this is the standard, then you could justify killing Hassan Piker, right? Like, it's just him fundamentally either just taking, like, the context out of the equation, or it's him just not understanding what, like, the standard actually would be. It's just, like, a bad faith interpretation of what he wants it to be.
They were talking about, like, Elsa and other Disney hentai earlier, but I'm too lazy to look up the ages of all those girls.
Okay, call me when this guy's fucks his way through some preschoolers, okay? Until then, get out of here.
Again, though, guy gets caught jerking off to lolicon, your take is, well, he has to fuck a real child for me to care about it, is, like, infinitely worse. I'm sorry.
Who cares? And then he sets this bar, he goes, I only care until you're fucking preschoolers, which is 3-year-olds, bro. 3-year-olds. Kindergarten, good to go, baby. First, second, third, fifth grade, basically an adult.
Where do we draw? So 3-year-old is not okay.
Dude, this is... Oh, God. We just entered debate bro land. I feel like I just walked into a Prime Kai's stream. Like, Ethan is just literally showboating and being a complete dick here, but, like, hitting him. And Destiny's like, all right, okay, let's map this thing out. We're going to create the sex offender tier list, all right? We're going to... Dude, we're going to make a Venn diagram and paint right now. Let's go over this.
Basically an adult.
Where do we draw? So 3-year-old is not okay. Or that's when it's about. When do we actually draw the line? What is the...
Turn on. And everyone's like, well, she was legal, she was an adult, but she's clearly saying she was uncomfortable, didn't want it. He's 44, she's 18.
No, that's disgusting.
That to me should be a pedophile, because that's a child. You're a grown-ass man. Yes, it's not legally a pedophile, but it's so
I'm just saying, people misuse the word pedophile.
He's still...
Pedophile is someone that, like...
And this is the same clip from before. Yeah, it's a pretty bad clip.
Like an 8-year-old.
Oh, 8 years old, not 3 years old. My bad. It's not preschool. It's, what is that, second grade? Me, I guess. My bad, Ethan. you know, you got me there, I guess.
Again, I don't know what that point was supposed to be. I'm not really sure what we were going for there on that one. Yeah, I don't know. One of those is like him trying to do a bit, and the other one is him like awkwardly trying to navigate what he would determine to be pedophilia on a podcast. I don't really know if we can really I don't know if we can put those two together and try to draw a functioning argument.
Total deviant, right? So
a few of many clips. So first of all, I'm pretty sure half of these didn't even involve like Mia Rose is not a minor, okay?
No, he's calling you out on like weird deranged sex scandals that you've had. I think that's like a pretty fair assessment.
All of these exact same types of jokes, and I would argue probably a bit worse have been told by Ethan. I don't understand why he's the one who would come at me for a joke.
Wait, people said that Ethan's jokes were like objectively worse. Are these the objectively worse jokes, or am I in for like a landmine, dude? Am I in for a fucking landmine?
Jokes like this, and I am going to the full Snark thread. So that's what we're doing. Then f it.
Also, yeah, the clips from Destiny are like, 1, he groped a woman. 2, he's laughing about Captain Push-Ups walking on his 8-year-old brother. Like 3, he's going on a rant proving how much he's not into fucking 19-year-old girls. Like, I mean, these aren't jokes. These are arguments. His responses, I guess some of them are arguments by Ethan, but I don't know.
She spread her sexy little body all over the,
Okay, all right, Ethan, all right.
Prison yard.
Yeah.
I've seen this 20
It's
times.
a trillion times.
A lot of times.
The caption is, if you can't see it, he's talking about an 11-year-old girl.
You weren't here and the lights were off. You know what that is?
That was a joke though, right? Him talking about.
Somebody said it's kind of funny to say I might have kept a blanks nudes and say that and said something sus, but Ethan also said something sus. You're the one who actually, yeah. Again, that's what I kind of see here. It's like when things are getting bad and the clip is really shitty. It seems like Destiny pulls up like something from the Ethan Klein folder to like I guess try to nullify it. Like we are kindred spirit. It's like when Carl Jobs was like, Billy, both of our wives own our houses. We are kindred spirits in this.
Times when you weren't here and the lights were off. You know what that is?
That was a joke though, right? Him talking about when she's not there, him watching the 11-year-old. That was just a joke, I'm assuming, right?
Metaphor for it, Hila? Do you know what I'm going to say?
Is this like the Rape Man video? I don't know. What was that one? There was like the video that always the Blackzilla video.
I don't want to know.
By the way, there is also, I don't even know if it's going to come up. We covered it in our videos on Ethan Klein. He did like totally edgy fucking Jewish shit, right? We covered that where he would just walk around and say like, Israel is disgusting. People shit all over the floor. It's a disgusting shithole, hellhole. But like that was stuff that he was putting out at the time too, right? Like he had a whole like shit on Israel arc and like shit on Ashkenazi Jews or whatever arc.
Guys, I don't know if I need to say it, but look what he's doing. Okay?
I think that's Israel, India, not Israel. No, it was literally Israel. He was walking around Israel. He's like, dude, someone just shit on the floor.
Look what he's doing, okay? Just use your imagination and think about it.
Yeah, this is Patrice Wilson, right?
She's a young girl. She's never, and he's, there. I mean, I'm not going to spell it out. I'm not going to say it explicitly. It's not okay to say. But just watch his finger rolling around in the red, sticky, fluid there. Just imagine what it means, okay? Use your imagination, guys. Think about it.
This is gross, disgusting, and everything that you could possibly say, but it's also at the expense of Patrice Wilson, isn't it? Like, isn't it supposed to be, like, I don't know the context of this full video.
One finger.
Like, this is not Ethan fantasizing about, like, a child.
Red. Virgin. He's fingering a little girl, dude. That's what it is. He's fingering a little fucking girl.
Like, it's like watching the Mommy Makeout Day clip and being like, Ethan really wants to fuck the mom. That's what it feels. I don't know, that's what this feels like.
Girl, dude.
Keep in mind, Ethan is older than me, and my clips of my edgy jokes are older than his clips. So he is both older than me, and these are more recent than every.
But does he have somebody like? Is he been recently fucking quoted in having like potential CSAM on his hard drive? Again, like that's why we're here, Destiny. That's the part we're waiting for you to watch.
Single clip he played of me.
Let's see if he licks it. Yeah!
Again, I think it's totally above board to pull up old clips of Ethan when old clips of you are being shopped around. I think that's totally fine. But, like, it does kind of feel like a defense mechanism the way you're structuring them.
Oh, he loves it! He loves it! He's got blood on his lip, that big smile. Patrice, you dog. You did it, didn't you?
I'm going to be very interested to see how Ethan responds to this tomorrow, because it needs to be measured. If he completely fucking crashes out over this video, I think he's got a world of problems. He needs a measured response to this tomorrow and needs to not lose his cool. And on a live show, that's fucking difficult to do. So let's see how it goes. No, bro, that guy had to be... Wait, what? That guy has to be weak. How's he at full health? What the fuck? How?
Yeah, you love Chinese food, boy. I know you like it now. I understand what you're talking about. You love Chinese food. And I like the noodles al dente. You know what I mean?
Like, there are... And I only had a couple hours to, like, find this shit.
Lip gloss. This image is
Dude,
pretty
Ethan
twisted
Klein N-word compilation. This is the level we're at right now.
up in itself.
It's Blackzilla! That's the quote, right? Can I say that? Oh, no, wait, can I... Is that allowed? I think that's the clip he was... Yeah.
Looks like a phallic object. A little 8-year-old girl and a big, giant black man looking in on her, man. It's like Black...
This is the clip I have seen.
Godzilla. This guy's got a weird fantasy, dude. Blackzilla rapes the little 8-year-old white girl with blonde hair. He likes it. He likes them white and blonde.
And how come women can get all these elaborate toys and it's considered cute and quirky?
Are we gonna hear the women are in like a nature sense to be conquered again?
It's fine.
If a guy gets a mega massive
Yeah, the clip is gross, yeah.
1,000, it's a problem. He's a creep.
As soon as I get VR with a fleshlight, you know, doll of a child.
Again, though, Ethan does kind of ask for this by covering shit that's not the specific issue. I mean, it was funny, you know? The video is funny, but, like, this is what Destiny's gonna do in response to this, like, the expected outcome.
Obviously, pedophile guy.
I think they're calling you a pedophile.
I've been trying to attract a teenage girl my whole life so far. It hasn't worked. A teenage girl runs away with pedophile type of vibe. What do you think, Hila? Could we kidnap a teenage girl together?
I mean, again, maybe they're all just jokes, I guess.
Does he have, like, baby edition? Newborn baby edition?
That's probably... You probably have to go to the dark web for that one, Hila.
Like, 2 months baby edition?
That's fucked up, dude. You gotta go dark web for that one, Hila. I don't know if they host those on YouTube. You know, he's done it all. So chances are likely that, yes, that does exist. Well, let's not dig too deep in that.
But it's my birthday.
It is your birthday. You want to see Chris baby? If you should have told me. If you just want to see Chris 2-year-old baby, I could have made that happen for you. Next year.
Yeah, this is a fucking terrible clip. Again, I'm not really sure how this helps Destiny's case, but yeah, another bad clip of Ethan.
It's going to be great.
These are clearly jokes. Sure, 100%.
Slam. Anyway, happy birthday, Eli.
That's the thing, though. I don't think that Ethan is... Like, I think that Ethan is very clearly making jokes. I don't think he's, like, hunting down these children. I think that's the argument Destiny is trying to make here.
Thank you.
Let's jump in to Kissing Prank Daughter Edition. Let me get my count here really fast. Okay.
I think that might also be a bit too charitable, too. Argument trying to make implies that it's not just scorched earth, dig up everything that I can possibly find. That's also a possibility as well. Like, oh yeah, you want to play fucking ball? Let's play ball.
Good. All right, I'm ready.
Probably somewhere in the middle.
Ready.
It's probably most of that with the justification of the previous statement.
Hi. Okay. What you doing at the park? I'm waiting to do basketball. Oh, basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, again, Ethan was like a huge fan of Sam Hyde. I mean, okay, I don't want to make the joke, but you know where that's going. Yeah, I don't know.
You work out? Yeah, I work out.
Let's see how much of a fan he really was.
Yeah, I do cheerleading. Oh, cool. I got this dress yesterday. You like it? Oh, yeah, it's awesome. Thanks. I have a shorter one, but my stupid mom wouldn't let me wear it.
The craziest example that I've seen from, like, the Hassan Orbit people who are looking at this, like, oh, you were a fan of Destiny. And, like, the quotes are, like, he watched him during the StarCraft 2 days, and they're, like, parading through the streets to prove that they've got the compromised guy. Like, that is the craziest shit I've ever... Dude, they got him 15 years ago saying that he watched Destiny's StarCraft footage, and they're acting like that's a win in current... I don't know. It's insane.
That's how kids talk to each other. They ask, do you work out?
Do you work out? Do you want to me? Do you want to me? I was going to wear a shorter dress, but my stupid slut asshole mom wouldn't let me show off my 12-year-old vag in
I mean, I don't know what the context is, but this is, like, not something that would fly today.
public.
The same mom would put me up to this gig.
Yeah, your mom will let you.
Like, is he making fun of like a pedophile here while he's doing this, or is this just some shit that's like randomly in a video?
You wear whatever you want to, as long as it earns her $100.
Yeah.
Do you?
Like, there are just so many of these. Again, I had a few hours overnight, and I don't have a whole team of researchers that hate me like you do.
But like, I'm confused. Are we like soying out over the context of your clips? What are the contexts to these clips? You pulled up like a compilation video, right? Am I fucking crazy for asking? And also, he says he doesn't have a team or whatever. That's really funny because he was complaining that his team all left after the Pixie allegations. I'm glad they didn't come back.
I guess what I'm understanding is that she's masturbating and now she's just coming. She's coming buckets, you know, like 5-year-old girls do when they masturbate.
Yeah, that's not a good. That's a bad one.
You got to learn about your penis, lady. So what you want to do is shove your hand all the way up your vagina. Hey, little 5-year-old.
Again, though, dude, if somebody pulled up a clip of me playing the ultimate rape review intro, all right, that looked pretty bad in certain contexts. Absolutely, 100%. What is the context in which my ultimate rape review intro is playing in, though? Like, that would be a significant piece of information for that.
Old friend of mine, is it okay if I touch your vagina? Oh, great, dude.
Okay, but I don't know if that's probably a bit too much. That's probably too. I would say that's probably too far. That's probably a bad clip.
Daughter, are you watching this? Hey, 5-year-old daughter, are you watching it?
Yeah, it's a bit much, Ethan. I gotta be honest, it's a bit much.
You know what? He has kids being
content. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's a pretty bad clip.
in meta.
Hey, it's bad jokes and not a good enough retort on Destiny's part. Yeah, I'm full agreement with you.
Oh, these are telling like pedophile jokes in areas where there are actually kids. Like, this guy on him on. There's literally rules.
All right, dude. Now I thought this was a joke. Are we pulling up the VR thing?
It's on the thing here because there are kids present. Like, hey, no vulgar profanity or graphic sexual topics. There are literally random kids in the audience.
Did you guys hear the one?
You're losing
Did I hear which one?
Did you guys hear the one about the priest and the kid?
Oh.
One time. That's happened like thousands of times. I think
And this is why the show has the button. All right, and people want him to do more of this.
The kid went to go see the priest, and the priest raped him.
Jesus Christ! Dude, that is an insane picture of Ethan wearing the fucking meta.
No!
Whoa. This guy, get off the stage, skinhead!
I mean, these all do sound like adults, but I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
By the
That's like how I...
Look at this tight little ass, huh? I mean,
okay, dude.
is that a tuchus or what?
But again, we're literally, dude. He called out Destiny's lolicon take with Vosh, and we're like 15 clips deep here, and I don't even know what his position on the lolicon is. His position on the lolicon clip was like, "All right, if that's okay, if that's what you think," but, and we were just like, we are in the trenches right now.
I can get down with that butthole, boy.
I'm sorry, but it's funny. It is, but you probably shouldn't do it.
Nice and tight and pink.
This is not fun. This is weird.
Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham. He's real fit. He's real fit. He's good for...
I think it's good that we left content like this. Again, this is the time when people were fucking doing blackface and shit in their YouTube videos. I think it's good that we left this content in the past.
Look at this image. I mean...
So, like, we have actual commentary on actual children. We have jokes involving actual children. We have jokes to actual children. I mean, again, depending on how hard you want to go, you've got, you know, photo shoots with people who are child presenting that do explicit material. You know, they did a whole podcast. Now, maybe...
Wait, what? Hold on. Like, this is some Belle Delphine shit? Wait, what is happening here? Because he did, like, a Teddy Fresh deal?
He was just posing in front of school buses with their Teddy Fresh stuff, you know?
Ooh, that's... Yeah, I don't know. Again, though, is it bad to have... Like, if you're marketing stuff for kids for school... I don't know, is this... I guess OnlyFans stuff is bad, yeah.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Like, I don't know, because, you know, Teddy Fresh does stuff with SpongeBob.
All of these clips
but yeah,
are reference to
OnlyFans
him
stuff is
making fun of
bad.
the people using
because it's like epic or whatever.
Exploiting the kids or using them for
It's got to be
videos.
one or the other. You can
If
either
you
use,
watch
like...
the H3H3 videos, they are not comparable to Destiny's statements.
Yeah, listen, it's got to be one or the other. You can either use child actors to push child merchandise, or you could use adult actors to push adult merchandise. You can't take adult actors to go stand in front of a school bus. That's pretty fair.
You know, maybe it's just a good meme. You know, maybe they did a whole podcast show with Belle Delphine, who's a porn star, famously.
Oh, Belle Delphine.
People would argue pedo-baited, started when she was 18 and a half.
But she was a fan of Augie RFC, so what do we think about that?
Like, there's just like there's like such a plethora of commentary that if you sincerely want to call me a pedophile because you don't like me typing, what was that? The joke in chat about like, girl, she's not 15. Like, come the fuck on. Are we serious?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty bad collab.
Serious? Like, if any one of these clips were about me, it would be unhinged.
But there are enough. But that's the problem. There are unhinged clips of you, so it's like. You want to get down in the mud and play in the water or whatever. That's fine. Sure. Dredge up everything on Ethan Klein, stuff that I've literally never even seen before. But, like, yeah, it doesn't really make me feel any better about you. I guess, like, I don't understand the retort.
Right? If there was, like, a 3-minute clip of me obsessing over some girl's what do you call there's a term I'm looking for.
Again, though, but there's no... Where's the clip of Ethan being like, this 15-year-old is so blank that I have to go show this to my friends because they're not even going to believe it. And I have to make them aware of all this really hard to turn away, like, fucking blank. Like, where is that clip of Ethan?
Where are they at?
Where is anything that equals that level of weird coming out of Ethan?
I don't remember the term. Maybe Ethan will use it. This girl's 17, by the way.
Like, where is walking up and groping an actual... Like, we're talking about 10-year-old clips. Destiny wants to whine about 10, 15-year-old clips, but he's pulling up 10-year-old clips. So where's the clip of Destiny sexually assaulting or groping a woman on stream? Like, where's the Ethan clip of that? Again, like, if you want to complain for the entire first half of this video that you don't like old clips are being used, but now, like, I mean, they're pretty fucking fair game now, I'd say.
I don't even know what the joke is supposed to be here. I don't even know what the joke is supposed to be.
Thanks for joining me on Edgy Material Warning number 3.
If you got a show called Edgy Material Warning, you've made a horrendous lapse in judgment.
We've got some edgy material here.
Wait, is it edgy or edging? I don't think edging existed yet when this video was filmed.
And watch...
If it's edging, that's way worse.
Watch your hands, because you're going to get cut up on this one here, guys. You can scar me, but you can't stop me. Now that is interesting and very deep and poetic, but what's even more interesting is if we just go a couple pixels down.
All right, I don't want to say...
Boom.
Oh, ew, gross. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the No Bullshit Thigh Gap song. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, the Thigh Gap song?
Cool statement. Like showing off that camel hoof.
Yeah, it's... Nah. Nah.
Yeah, let me get down with that. I can smell it from here.
All right, we're going to... Yeah, sure. I'm gonna say pretty bad.
Like, what is he, like 30 here with his wife recording him doing this?
Ignoring the camel and that fat, juicy, juvenile wants stuff. Dash, boy. Yeah. Ignoring that, you can scar me, son, but you can't stop me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the joke is on this one either.
I wonder... It's very powerful, but I wonder if they also... What they wrote on the people who died during the race.
Wait, during the what? What are we talking about?
You can kill me, but you can't stop her.
What is the context? What's going on here? Now I'm confused. It just seems like a random fucking... During the raid?
I wonder if the bodies were still...
This was from the... Oh, God. From the race? Wait, so hold on. This is about the Boston bombing? So he just pulled up like a child at the Boston bombing? Okay, that's insane.
In the street.
That is, yeah, dude, that is not a good, okay.
You can kill me, but you can't stop this girl who was luckily a couple feet away from me, so she didn't die. Whoa, good job to her. By the way, I didn't know if you guys saw, but you can see her and just make...
Okay, dude, thank you.
Over 2,000 upvotes. So this is a very successful, very powerful, very edgy photo of a...
All right, that's awesome. I'm so happy about it. Can you stop showing it to me?
Snot at how excited he is about this. What did he say? Juvenile?
What can you say about a photo like this?
All right, stop. I get it.
I would ram that 2-inch...
All right, dude.
So far down her...
Bro, I'm going to get age restricted. I get it. It's a bad clip. It is objectively a bad clip. All right, stop. When does this end? Okay, moving up. We're moving up. We do not condone. We do not condone. Rare H3 video. Boston bombing bravery. Yeah, okay, that's a bad what's the I don't care what the context is. That has moved past the line of context. Hot take here. I don't think there's any context if that pulls that one back into the fucking limelight, dude.
To reiterate, at the end of all of this,
I think even if it turns out that person is an adult, I still think that's fucking crazy.
Well, now I'm not sure, actually. No, I don't think Ethan is a pedophile. I have no reason to believe Ethan is a pedophile. I've never seen anything credible leak about him that shows that he's a pedophile. But the fact that he's been subject to these types of crazy attacks from snarker people, from anti-fans, from Kiwi farmers, whatever else, for years. Like, I made this clip compilation, again, in 2 hours. I did this whole video.
Okay, but he is not currently under fire for getting reported to law enforcement. Like, that's why they're talking about you. That's the huge difference here.
Last night, okay? Meaning I had to watch all this boring dog stuff. I had to scroll through all these stupid subreddits. Like, I put this together in 2 seconds. Not 2 seconds. In a couple hours. My feeling is if I were to keep searching, I could probably find hundreds more clips of this. How are you going to say that the 6 clips that you showed of me establish, like, a pattern of predatory behavior?
Well, because, like, a significant portion of the stuff that were shown weren't jokes. So, yeah, it's two fundamentally different things. And also, it's the current scandal that's, like, significant. So I'm not really sure. I'm really not sure what we're doing here.
When you have, like, this out here, what the... Not to mention, half my shit didn't even apply. Like, in the whole JF argument, I'm not making an argument for a lower age of consent. Mia Rose was not a fucking minor. Like, none of these, like, in the 15-year-old bikini pic, the whole thing is literally don't fuck minors. That was the whole point in talking to my teammates. Like, it's just crazy that he thinks he's, like, established this strong, huge, like, ground of, okay, now that we know for sure, Destiny got this massive problematic history because of this collection of, like, edgy clips from 13 to 16 years ago. Seriously? When I was, like, younger than half the girls.
But, like, these, okay, so he's obviously providing these clips because, like, oh, we have old clips, I have old clips, you have old clips. Old clips are bad.
Nicholas the Goat,
old
thank
clips
you
are
for the
equivalent.
$5, my man.
Yeah.
Girls you're talking
it's misdirection
about in your fucking clip.
I'm not massiving anything like that. We are not hitting the massive button.
Clips. What the fuck?
With that important backstory, now let's go to the parts that I got wrong that I'm going to issue a heartfelt apology for. And this goes out.
All right. So what he's talking about here, we don't have to watch this. Oh, we do, because Destiny talks a lot here. Never mind.
A sincere apology.
I assume we were just going to zoom through this. Let me... he lowered it so I can speed it up.
To Destiny for absolutely getting this wrong. Now, here's what happened. This conversation here where he says, Teehee, send me the feed pics. This is from a different girl. It's from Instagram. He never spoke to Rose on Instagram, which he points out correctly, as far as we know. So this was with another girl he claims was 26. Okay, fine. I'll take your word for it. And then this one also, he claims was with the same girl. And this is the one that says, she said, my parents are like super, super strict. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't go there.
All right. I just want to hear what he has to say. I'm not super interested in the nitty gritty details. Let me hop off of here. Move this right there. Because we agree with this. This is a good correction.
Destiny mentioned that this person like lived with their parents. Not everybody moves out of their parents' home at 18. I'm pretty sure that girl was visiting her parents, so it's not like she was still living there. And
okay, but the part that's weird is that you're gonna blast like a load of cum and send her home to her parents. It's like kind of a weird fucking kink. Sure.
It's like I literally have Invisalign right now that I just finished. These are not like child things. If you wanted to
wait, you're saying that braces aren't okay, I missed something. Well, I don't think we defend the braces comment. That's probably stupid.
British chick. All of these weird things that he grabs onto of like, oh my god, like Destiny mentioned this person's like braces. Or
wait, who is this person? Is it the alleged 17-year-old? Yeah, mentioning the alleged 17-year-old's braces is like probably a bad idea. Yeah.
Destiny mentioned that this person like lived with their parents.
Who is it? No, it is. It absolutely is. The rose one was the braces. The other one was not.
Not everybody moves out of their parents' home at 18. I'm pretty sure that girl was visiting her parents, so it's not like she was still living there.
There's two things at play. The Instagram DMs about blasting a load and sending her home to mommy and daddy. That one was a completely different person who is of age, definitively. The braces comment was to Rose on Discord.
And it's like, I literally have Invisalign.
Wasn't that a 26? Yeah, the blasted in the face thing is a person who is of age. The braces was to Rose.
Right now that I just finished. These are not like child things. If you wanted to point to like pedo baiting, you could go back to the photo shoot that you guys did with the one girl. You could look at people like Belle Delphine.
It's in the clip, so I don't know if he's going to show it. If he's not going to show it,
you've done like
I'll go get it.
2-hour suckfest with when you invite them to your podcast. It's just like, It's humiliating. It's disgusting. It's like weird that you want to like dig through like all this random shit and then like have a goof and a laugh and everything else. I don't know. I don't know how you could possibly claim to have any sort of like moral high ground here when you're literally just reading off like leaked sexual material of mine to have a goof on stream after playing down, you know, like.
Again, that leaked sexual material, you're really playing on heartstrings here that don't exist. I don't know. I can hear it, dude.
Right? Just like you said, Keemstar, from some other video, for you to take, after doing this whole bit of taking random clips from some other video, to take that and then to use that as a platform to then demand, right? Just like you said, Keemstar used to do, to demand that I come up and try to explain every single
Oh, that's the Keemstar point.
That's not even being alleged by any hypothetical victim, but just been dug up and leaked by other people, right?
No, bro. Okay, no, you have to address this. No, you're crazy. This is out of pocket. This is insane. No, you absolutely have to address the Rose situation.
That if it does involve a victim, you're also now blasting all of their to the ends of the earth for who the knows what reason, right? That I'm supposed to come on and try to proactively defend against all of this while I've had.
Yes. No, yeah, you are. You are. This is no, you didn't earn this.
FBI called me while I've been swatted twice. Once with my son here before. While I'm again in an active civil litigation suit where every.
Wait, did he just throw his son into this? Is that what he said?
Thing I say about it.
Yeah, he's fucking crazy.
Has the defendant, or not the defendant, the plaintiff, throwing it into court filings at me to waste more of my money and more of my time. I've got like 8 fully briefed motions before a judge right now.
Yeah, okay, but dude, that doesn't explain why he went on Twitter and started talking about fucking Pixie underage drinking and like shit talking her for using fake IDs and stuff, bro. You absolutely engage with this conversation stuff whenever it's opportunistic for you, whenever something is bad. Well, I got to default back to my court case. Oh, the court case is here. I mean, you could at least just not lie about it publicly.
That we're waiting for adjudication on is insane to me. There is
when he does these super high speed soy rants. I'm old enough as an ex-watcher to know what it's. Yeah, again, dude. If Destiny was like went to the police when he found out from Solo, right, that this was potentially a minor, and he like sent the material there anyway just to be safe, I think people would view him in a completely different light. To find out from Willie's messages that Destiny sent him that there's a strong chance that he still has access to this material on his fucking hard drives, like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. It's like that's got to be responded to. I don't think the court case you can't really wait till the end of the court case. I think people are going to correctly assume like really fucking bad thoughts about you.
World for all of his like, oh well, you know, blah, 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 for all of this talk that you would expect me to ever be able to come out and give any type of substantiated response to some that doesn't even involve a person that's actually making a claim. This is just that is being posted and leaked on Kiwi Farms about me. There's not even a person out here. I'm like the only person.
That's the thing about CSAM material. There doesn't have to be a person speaking out against it. You just can't have any of it. You know, that's what separates it from like a story about like somebody who is coming out going, I am a victim of X. I mean, the thing is, it's like a blanket.
The guy
you can't have that on your hard drive, like under any circumstance. That's gotta go.
History of the internet, who's people are trying to cancel based on no person making any claims against me. It's just like an outlandish.
Where is this Rose though? She can confirm it. She doesn't really have to. It would take an act of God for the person that they believe to be Rose to not be Rose. It is that thorough, right? It's alleged, but I mean, how alleged? It's like 99% Rose. And Destiny thinks it's Rose because Destiny's first response was, oh, that means Solo had 60 gigs of child porn. Well, why wouldn't we go after, like, why are people not correctly calling out, like, I mean, that's insane to me, dude. You can't have it both ways. Solo can't have 60 gigs of fucking CSAM material, and you have none, but you received it, and you told Willie Mac Show, or alleged CSAM material, and you told Willie Mac Show that it's, like, archived on your. I'm sorry, dude. Like, you really can't play every side of this.
Actually, insane. It's an insane situation to be in. And then I also have to be careful because obviously everybody records every single thing I say, and every single thing has been sent to the FBI a million times. Which, let me be ultra clear. Okay, let me be clear on a few things. Okay, one, I do not have any of the material that these guys think CSAM, whatever the else, on my computer. Okay,
that's good. Did you delete it in the last 48 hours? Did you lie to Willie before? Were you lying on stream then? Or are you lying on stream now? Because I don't fucking believe you. Because you lied on stream about me about 25 minutes ago. So I don't fucking know if you're telling the truth. What do you mean by that? Elaborate.
I do not have any of the material that these guys think CSAM, whatever the else, on my computer. Okay?
Because something tells me if this guy's not under fucking If this guy's not on trial, this guy hasn't been sworn in, I can't fucking believe a word he says.
Number one. Number two, all right, I didn't send any of this. There was no child stuff like that ever. Said to Willie Mac, okay? Number two, it's not like...
No, you sent a link to a VLC Media Player video, timestamp saying it was Rose. And if you go to the timestamp, that would make her a minor at the time.
He censored anything or anything like that, okay?
No, he didn't censor it. Willie never received, like, CSAM material. I can 100% confirm that.
Number three, if you want to interpret my messages in the worst way possible...
There is no other way to interpret it. You're out of your fucking mind. You need to provide that interpretation, because I can't conceive of one, and nobody who's gotten off their knees and stopped sucking your cock has figured out another way to interpret it.
And you want to, and that's going to be the basis for some FBI call? Listen, I don't give a... If you think that it's illegal and you've called the FBI, I don't even care that Willie Mac did that, okay? I think that arguably you could even say, like, oh, sure, like maybe it's irresponsible to do whatever. That's totally fine.
Wait, what's irresponsible, Destiny? To tell Willie Mac something that sent him to the police?
If you think that I'm...
Or to do it. Like, what's irresponsible?
$95,000 a month to my current law firm to ignore every single thing that they're telling me about everything that's related to this case, you are fucking cooked, and you're more retarded.
Dude, guys, listen. You wouldn't be the first YouTuber to do that. You don't seem... I mean, the cognitive decline in the last couple of fucking years is astounding. Not years. The last year or so is completely astounding. I don't know. I feel like it was a lot easier to watch a Destiny stream 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It seems like now you're just mad. Now you just lash out and you're angry. Again, it's... You want it to be Joe Rogan of the left. You turn into Ethan Ralph of the left. I mean, that's just kind of where you're at now.
Than the write-ups that Pisco was blasting about the three litigants that you are that you have lawsuits against, Casey, Tron, Frogan, and everybody else. Okay, absolutely retarded. All right. If you want to do all this, you want to report whatever. Fine, I don't care. People call it FBI all the time anyway. If you think you're doing some novel thing, go for it. But the fact that you would then publish a video on it. Again, I don't want to dive into the intricacies of all this, but you must understand that by doing
it is of public interest to tell people what you said. Sorry. Even if Willie Mac Show said, I'm not going to cover this, the second that you said this was on your computer, all right? Yeah, it is of public interest that needs to come out. 100%.
That you are literally undermining every single thing that you are attempting to do. Why the would you publish a video on that? You must understand how beyond
the guy,
stupid that is.
Like, why? Are you going to go fucking blow up your hard drive? Like, what's the... I'm really fucking confused. Why is that undermining it?
If everything that you were alleging was true, how retarded would that be? Why would you do that? Why would you ever do this? This is so stupid. So the idea that there's like any...
No, why is it stupid? Do you think that he's putting people in danger by saying that you have this on your hard drive? I don't like. Are you saying that if you did have it on your hard drive, you would go like blow it up? Like I don't understand this argument at all.
Beyond stupid that is. If everything that you were alleging was true, how retarded would that be? Why would you do that? Why would you ever do this? This is so stupid. So the idea that there's like any concern or care here for anybody or that you're trying to do the right thing is...
I don't think that's... I literally have no idea what you're trying to argue.
Completely undermined and completely totally obliterated on all of this. It's literally just farming for content, for farming engagement.
No, dude, you fucking told Willie that you had alleged CSAM on your computer. You could try to moralize... I don't know what you're doing. Like, you could try to like throw up a signal flare or a smoke bomb or something. But this is not... I mean, it's not rocket science, dude. I would assume somebody who's done as many debates as you would know when you lost.
To try to get me, I guess, swatted again or whatever else.
Wait, you think this was an attempt by Willie or Ethan to get you swatted? Where is that even coming from?
Like, it's so insane to me. Yeah, I can't... listen, maybe once my case is over, if you...
Bro, I don't get... Dude, we called Ethan uncharitable throughout the course of this. But Destiny turning around saying that Ethan did this to maybe get me swatted is actually fucking insane. Or is that about Willie?
What? I'll come on and...
He's always hard deflecting.
I'll chat about it.
So now he wants to go talk to Ethan. What else is in here? Again, but what he's doing is dismissing it. Oh, you're uncool for doing the right thing. Oh, this is actually unhinged. Why are people doing this?
Okay. We are two peas in a degenerate pod.
There it is. That's what I said earlier. It's like, Ethan, you're just as bad as I am. Do not take another step towards me, bro.
And I think you're lower on the rung there than I am. If that's seriously the thing you want to go, like,
you're not.
Like, the most embarrassing part for me putting all this video together was I think I might have actually been out-edged by this guy. Okay.
Okay, dude. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else in here worth watching?
But the annoying thing is, I don't think he's a pedophile. I don't even think he thinks I'm a pedophile. I don't think he can possibly think that.
No, we're just gonna do more. This is more audience capture stuff.
There's lots of things that can trigger the fuck out of me. Like, I don't know why he's so weak-willed and so spineless that he gives into his crew immediately, that he gives into his...
I gotta be honest with you. There are people saying this is like the greatest exposed video ever. This is either the worst manifesto stream Destiny has literally ever done. I mean, there is shit in here that looks absolutely horrible for Ethan, but it's all deflection.
Nick DeOrio.
I don't know. I remember the days when Destiny would fire up like the Bob 7 stream or something, which I don't know how well that aged anymore either. I'm not going out here to defend Bob, but there are some hypocrisies in that hunt right there. But like, remember like the Bob 7 stream, the Keffel stream. What did we get this year? We got this video of him going essentially no you to Ethan Klein the entire time. Like this is like the hardest no you I think I've ever seen delivered in the history of fucking Destiny's channel, at least. And we got like the Pixie one. I don't know, dude. If you were looking for manifestos, they're kind of the same way as Destiny's content. The quality has degraded over the years. It's a lot of parody on Ethan's videos. Is this a parody on Ethan's video? The Mr. Girl one? Mr. Girl one was yeah, dude, Chud Logic did like 50 streams on the Mr. Girl one. It was pretty rough. The clips of Ethan are pretty rough. I just don't know how they help Destiny's case. It's like, oh yeah, you want to call me a pedophile? Guess what? A whole lot of people are going to call you a pedophile. Again, it just seems like more Rage Cows, like scorched earth shit. Like, I'm not interested in having any actual discourse here. I'm not interested in
what's the name of
in correcting any records here. I'm just trying to do as much damage as I possibly can, as long as I still stand here.
Is it fucked to say the Vivance just completely fucked his mind? I swear he wasn't always this sloppy, but maybe I was looking hard enough.
He calls his dad a
What's
pedo.
the name of the,
yeah, I mean,
guy?
He's been doing that the whole time. We saw
Nick
that.
DeOrio. Mr. Oreo.
Ethan knew Destiny woman's name, but was not familiar with Nebraska State. Oh my god, dude. I can't read these. Being a Destiny fan feels like watching, I don't know what the fuck that is. Is that like an anime thing? How old is this character? Ethan really had the biggest lead of all time and fumbled it away just to go after Destiny. Again, I think the correct thing for Ethan to do is just completely nuke every single fucking Destiny adjacent chatter. I think that would be like an optimal strategy. Yeah, there are some bombs in this that hit Ethan. Like he gets fucking shelled in this for sure. But like, dude, I don't know, bro. I feel like this is like defending Mr. Girl when Destiny went down or something. I don't know, maybe you're brave enough to take that fucking plunge, but that's not me. Bro called Celephus an anime? What is Celephus? Destiny with a 360 no scope response. Hell hath no fury, like a black woman scorned? 30 minutes in, he's got no answer to what Ethan says. I'm a Hassan fan. Ethan and Destiny can both go fuck themselves, but fair point by Ethan. Dude, it's so funny because like none of these people actually care about this drama. The Ethan fans just say that Ethan won. The Destiny fans just say that Destiny won. The Hassan fans want both of them to fail, so they're just going to pull all the biggest blows out from the whole thing here. Like nobody actually is engaging with this in any other way than just to like forward their own agendas and stuff. And it's funny because that same line of logic has literally fallen into like the new mass shooting, right? Like there are people like, oh dude, it's iDubbbz' fault for this last mass shooting. Like YouTube drama team sports is actually a fucking plague. Like I don't think anyone's mind. You people are so boring. Base take. I'm coming out of this thinking Ethan has some weird red flags. Yeah. She was 17. LMAO, Destiny and Ethan are so similar. They both, like, again, like, dude, I guess the message was received. That's what he wanted. Message received. Ethan making the accusations he's made while having the internet history he has is one of the worst decisions he's made in quite a while. I think Destiny's a pretty gross person. Again, like Ethan responded to this exactly as you think he's going to. We'll check it out in the next section. I saw this was on the fucking thread right now. Destiny fans talking to each other in the H3 sub right now, declaring that Destiny was the debate pervert champion. But I also heard that apparently Destiny wants to talk to Ethan, but he doesn't want to talk about this. Like he said all this stuff, pulled up all these clips, and was like, yeah, I'll go on Ethan's show. But like, I mean, for this, nah, not for this stuff. It's like, yeah, because he's just going to ask you, like he's going to pull you into the call. He's not going to ask you a single fucking question about this. He's just going to ask you about your fucking, your archives the entire time. Do you have the folder? Do you have the folder? Do you have the folder? He said after the lawsuit. Yeah, 100% after the lawsuit. Do you have the folder? Do you have the folder? And again, I don't know. I don't know if you can't really trust. I'm gonna be honest. I don't mean to be a fucking like complete asshole, like poisoning the well or something. I really don't think you can trust this guy. I personally don't feel like I can trust this guy, so I'm not gonna instill that in you. The guy just straight up lies about me, so I have no fucking idea what I'm supposed to say there. I can't talk about the Willie Mack stuff because of the court case. Then why the fuck are you talking about any of this or DMing Willie Mack at all? He's an impulsive moron. Again, yeah, he's like a rage cow. This is a rage cow response, structured as like an old style Destiny manifesto stream. I swear it felt so gaslit when how Destiny defenders showed up all of a sudden. The brigade is insane because these people were literally not here before. They were. For a little while, they definitely were. I saw a lot of comments about how bad the clips of Ethan are, then I checked them out. I'm not a Destiny fan, but I have to say, Ethan made edgy jokes pointing out really creepy behavior. Therefore, Destiny is innocent. Disclaimer, I'm joking, fuck the creep. Again, yeah, I understand how people could feel a certain way about it, though. Again, it's a lot of jokes and a lot of like Destiny saying, I don't think that Ethan is a pedo, but these clips look pretty bad, bro, in comparison to like groping a woman, being alleged to have CSAM on your hard drive, going up to your friends saying, look at this jailbait. Like, I mean, there's just like, I don't know. I still think those are probably worse.
Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated.
But that fucking clip from the Boston bombing was horrible, dude. That was a horrible... Dude, the Boston bombing clip, I don't know what context saves that one, guys. I don't know, bro. We're not sweeping for that clip, dude. The Boston bombing clip is legitimately probably the worst clip of Ethan Klein that I've ever fucking seen in my entire life, dude. That was bad. I mean, dude, I gotta be honest with you. Ethan's got to respond to that one. I gotta get the thought process. Can we get the developer commentary on how that was fucking on how that big meme satire was formed? This was posted on a Circle Jerk Reddit, and people were talking about the girl instead of the Boston bombing, so he was parodying it. Yeah, I don't know if that saves him on that. I guess maybe if you're making fun of like pedophiles who are staring at the girl and gawking at her, but like, dude, that is so far. Like, that's fucking crazy, dude. That's like if I did Ultimate Rape Review and then I simulated raping somebody in the stream. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, it's a satire targeting people who are false accusers, and it's like I simulate the rape in the show. That's literally what he did. Yeah, I mean that's what it would be like, dude. I can't. I'm sorry. That was 12 years ago. Yeah, okay. Some of the stuff at Destiny was 12 years. That's the point. That's the point. That's the yardage. I'm sorry. I gotta give it to him. 100%. We know all about H3's edgy past. Snarkers and Hassan love mentioning it nonstop. We defended Ethan each and every time. Now it's coming from Destiny. People have a change of heart. Well, no, they don't have a change of heart. They see an opportunity. The Hassan fans are looking for an opportunity to disavow Destiny and Ethan. Both of them have given that opportunity up. That's why Destiny got on a stream today and was like, listen, we got to stop fighting now. If you make more content about me, I'll keep coming for you. Ceasefire. Because ultimately, this is a controversy that only Hassan Piker wins. 100%. Well, and me. They're already downvoting you too, OP. They're annoying. I'm not even using the sub anymore. I guess I have to wait for things to cool off for them to leave. We're just going to ignore Destiny's response against Ethan because of the blind hatred for Destiny. I guarantee this is going to have an H3 post system. Nope. Yep. I don't know what RP Clips is. Alright, so it's an Ethan person, but they went to Destiny sub recently. Best feature ever is being able to hide your fucking post history, so some idiots like me on stream can't jump on there and immediately fucking nuke your entire, like, just show your entire post history. This is the Foxy Moy, the Falmoy, the Famui. Is that what it is? Is this like a Chinese fucking family subreddit? Famui. Is that what's happening? Faminin?
Nicholas the Goat, thank you for the $5, my man.
The Foxy Mama subreddit, dude. I still have, this is like one of the top fucking, one of the top lawsuit targets, right? This is somebody that Ethan wants to sue. It's French. It's faux moi. It says faux mau. Dude, faux mau jacket. Like, dude. Yeah, oh god, fake something. Nick learns French. Oh, I know French, dude. No, Mama JF. When you're talking to no white guilt. Can we pull up the clip before we get out of here, dude? I was crazy. Wait, dude, JF girlfriend. Dude, I need to show you JF's girlfriend This is JF's girlfriend's epic live stream meltdown.
Hello guys, it's Rorschach here.
Oh my god, dude. This fucking dude's voice is... Okay, hold on. Hey, JF's wife had a bit of a fucking scare recently. This is not the same girl that he's talking about, but I don't... This is the one who's missing.
He's muting here. She's upset.
This guy's recording... dude, I can't. That guy's recording a YouTube video with a camera. An external camera. Mama JF compilation. Oh my god, dude. Fuck, bro. Hold on.
That I really love. It is the original orange cheddar. Now people are saying, Jeff, why don't you share with Mama Jeff? Well, do you want some?
No, because we went to his mother's house and after I drank so much this morning and then I feel like, oh my god.
Alright, that could be okay. That's not the worst clip of Mama JF I've ever seen. She got a little loopy after going to his parents' house.
There's so much
No, you cannot defame anyone.
What about the male mama YouTubers? No, Gene Francis Garipe is the guy who's alleged to have alleged things. Mama JF is the actual wife.
This is what took place. These are the kinds of people. That
Someone in chat immediately wrote, "That woman is dead." Okay, okay, listen, we haven't gotten to the clips yet.
this is what we have to arrest. Is that Mama JF? I thought I heard
So like he mutes her and then like I guess like, oh, you're embarrassing me is like the idea.
something.
Hey, Nicholas DeOrio, we in this shit, son?
Anyhow,
I had to mute Mama Jeff because she was telling some mean things about no white guilt. I apologize. Everyone who's a fan of the show knows that.
But that guy's name is No White Guilt. That's crazy. So she comes back again.
You always follow me everything sick that you're fucking me with me. You always follow me everywhere and
Alright.
and you say you want to make spiritual movement, but you fucking tried to kill me for 3 years.
I gotta be honest, JF is an interesting guy. Yeah. Basically, she comes in and says, like, you tried to murder me in the past and you stalk me. And he's like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
You're a fucking psychopath, man.
Maintenant va-t'en. Okay, so the answer to the super chat is that Mama JF mistakes no white guilt for someone who has committed acts of violence against her.
Accept your apologies, okay?
Oh, this is the clip I always tell people about. This is the one, right?
Hey,
Hello.
hey, I just want to say, no, I will never
You just show him sterilizing his home.
accept your apology.
Is it the one who took her bike and rode naked and then painted Kyle Andy Worski on the wall? Yes, that is her.
Okay? What you did to me was so mean. And this guy is not a real
Thank you!
person. He's doing shapeshifting.
This is the JF person. This is not the mentally 8 girl. This is his next partner. And she is missing, and I presume she's probably dead.
And
She's been missing for a while.
he's a ghost. Don't believe him. He's not a real person.
But where's the oh, this is the clip.
What country do you derive your ethnic heritage?
Oh, very normal question. Where do you derive your ethnic heritage from? And better question, are you a Jew?
I can't answer that.
Wait, she's not the retarded one? Yeah, no, this is not the retarded one. This is not the... Mama JF was not mentally... This was not the mentally 11 girl. The state did not intervene. Basically what happened was JF worked as a teacher, and apparently he fucked a TA or something, a teacher's assistant. I don't know. There's a controversy why he was fired as a professor from Duke University. Was it Duke? Apparently he was doing like brain surgery on monkeys and stuff. And then after that, the allegation is that he wanted to keep a work visa, so he's trying to impregnate American women. So he found this fucking mentally disabled one. Like, this is all an allegation, but like that was the intention part. But what he actually did do was take that girl, live with her. The courts intervened. The dad got their child back, right? Like their 19-year-old mentally 11 child back, and then he moved back to Canada, right?
Okay, but before, I had...
This is 100. No, this is not her. This is a different girl. This is who he met in Canada when he moved back there. They don't even live in America. This all happened in America. They don't live in America.
A bad life, but then after...
Okay, so she had a bad life, but then she discovered JF, and yeah, everything turned around.
GF. Then I started to look at GF every day. I was always looking at GF. I became crazy. I lost everything I had. I lost my job, my family. I quit school. I lost everything. I was just looking at GF all the time. I was crazy. And then after I wrote to him, I said, GF, I want to suck your dick. And then he told me. And that's my background.
You lost your job because you were
I
addicted.
lost everything.
You lost.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, again, I don't know. This is some cringe wave. I guess if you want to watch the rest of this, feel free to go check it out on his channel. We watched like a lot of it. And I don't know, I talked a lot over it, so maybe you watch this without me speaking over it and you get a completely different perspective. Maybe Nick was poisoning the well the entire time and you just didn't know it. If that's the case, please let me know down below so I can completely disregard your opinion because I think you're wrong. But regardless,
Nicholas the Goat, thank you for the $5, my man.
and when you do that, play nice. So, yeah, I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. I think the first like 30 minutes of this is probably horrendous. I think he starts teeing off at like the 48-minute mark. Right, he tees off right at the end of the lolicon segment after not really engaging with it because I mean, what could he really say? And then going into the rest of this, it's like the biggest possible info dump on Ethan, and then we'll talk about the Willie Mack show stuff. I mean, it does feel pretty fucking manipulative from my perspective here. Axed? You don't tee off? You tee off, dude. What are you talking about? He's rattled? I think he's kind of rattled. Sure. Well, it totally is. No, just French-Canadian. Did she have a lobotomy? Oh, you're talking about Mama JF. Yeah, that's the JF. I mean, I have no problem sitting here at length and discussing JF with you. He's a fascinating creature. Destiny's very manipulative. I mean, what I get from Destiny is he's got a lot of bad clips that all look pretty fucking bad, right? There's a lot of bad clips. I think that he uses satire and comedy to try to push them down in the algorithm, so you don't see him. Things get in the way. Things cover that up. JF stream one. We could do it. I want something big to happen though for us to do it, and then I can go through the entire history. I think that he uses satire. I think he uses jokes to try to like pad things that are happening that are genuinely like shitty. But yeah, and I think he'll literally say or do anything to get out of the controversy. He's in rage cow mode. That's what I've been saying from the very beginning. Let me see. Let's look at this Foxy Moy thing. This man is obsessed with posting his own L's. I pray this isn't one of those every accusation is a confession situation. So what I'm getting from this is okay. So this is related to okay. All right, so this is kind of preempting into our next segment, so feel free to check this one out. Ethan Klein's Reddit account following Destiny's stream got leaked, and boy, was it a doozy. So we're going to be taking a look at that now. We're doing Ultimate Reddit Review. We're going to be checking out all of his old posts on his old account, pedo_troll, and we're going to take a look at that next. Before we do that, though, I am going to go probably take a pee break, because I've been at this for over 4 hours, and the coffee has found its way through me. So I am going to leave you with... I got to set up a sponsored video. I think I'm putting that out Sunday. I'm going to leave you with Denims.
What's the name of the
Thank
guy
you for the
from
gift
Keemstar
inside.
Orbit?
Zarella and his organization.
Shout out Rob's Media!
Is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
They are a terrorist organization. Like they're
Dude, how was he reading chat? He's not even looking at his phone.
designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, like
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say
Hassan doesn't have an issue with Hezbollah, which is essentially just saying you support them while using plausible deniability tactics. What she's doing here is dishonest. She's not presenting Ethan's full argument in this video, which I would consider lying by omission. The third claim is that Ethan lied about the streamer Dating and Money being a Hassan fan.
I'm even getting harassed.
I was under the assumption that this guy was a Hassan fan, so I'll take the L if Dating and Money is not a... I'm sorry, that he was not a Hassan fan. I bought the hype on this one, so tell me if I'm wrong, Rob.
Asked on the street.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
I like Palestine.
No, you don't.
Why do you say that?
Because, bro, you're... wasn't she in the IDF?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Mandatory service.
That's
She's born
sad.
there.
That's terrorism, bro.
She was born there.
That's sad.
Because the clip that I saw was him not really understanding who Hassan was at the event.
Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist,
Bro,
man.
look in the fucking...
You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you.
Okay, can I just say really quickly, it's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
I think there was like a Discord, and I think they pre-talked. Wait, no, it's not even possible because they reacted as soon as the video came out. How did everyone have the same talking point? Maybe they just adopted what Denim said because they didn't all. Did they all react at once? Like, how did both her and Frogan walk into this talk? Were they like texting while they were watching it? Is that why she wasn't reacting?
Like, I'm sorry, that language is not Hassan fan verbiage. Like, that's very clear Sneeko.
Yeah, it's clearly not a Hassan fan. Let's get into the ultimate Reddit review. All right, how are we starting this one off? I don't think we need this anymore, right? The Foxy Moy, the Foul Mao, close group tab, close group tab. That leaves us with one remaining. Last minute of play in the period. All right, guys. So Ethan Klein's, I guess this is kind of the fall off. So, following the Destiny video, there was a big back and forth skirmish across social media. Twitter and Instagram meet to unite. Ethan and Destiny have been firing at each other relentlessly. Ethan and Destiny have been going at it all night, but here's some of Destiny's responses on Twitter. Brings attention to an old Reddit account run by Hila and Ethan. Calls out Ethan's father and takes shots at Ethan and Hila. Apparently Ethan's IG still has stories about me. Wait, what is this? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude, I'm actually gonna lose it. Holy fuck, I need to show you this. Okay, hold on. Oh god. Wait, look at this. So you know how Destiny posted this fucking this thing on his subreddit or whatever? Not a subreddit, he tweeted it out. This is the subreddit view. So, dude, fuck you for linking this to me while I'm streaming. Where is this? Yeah, I just watched you cover this on. This is in real time. Lemon Juice 3 hours ago. Watch this cover. This is the clip from the thing. Lemon Juice, dude, has watched this. The whole point of bringing up JF in the debate in more context was to illustrate Destiny's argument. Context you didn't show. There's context I didn't show? Bro, I think I literally played fucking... Between him and me, I probably showed like 15 minutes of that debate across... And that's like just on... Like once. I did it twice. Like, what the fuck? Specifically when he said the age is irrelevant to him when it comes to figuring out the power imbalance and abuse in the relationship. Yeah, maybe in that context, but not when he was talking about it. It's more about life experience and living together and had a job. When he says it more broadly, that he doesn't relate to teenagers, because broadly they don't have enough experience to be relatable and mature enough to have a relationship with. Yeah, but apparently they're mature enough to send you like videos of them getting fucked. Like I am so confused at what this defense is. But what he's not doing, which you acted like he was doing, is making a blanket statement that literally every single teenager individually that existed isn't mature enough to be in a relationship with him at that age.
I recommend
no, that is exactly what he did.
Latest video.
He literally
Got
said
my
that.
annual bonus at work, so here's a couple shekels for keeping me
This is
entertained on my
insane.
12-hour shifts.
There can be exceptions. Yeah, his post hoc rationalization years later is there's exceptions, but he was pretty fucking clear about it. Like, he's arguing that there are reasons why the majority of these people are doing that. Yeah, I'm sure, dude. But you know what you sound like? You sound like the guy who's like, well, listen, she's a really mature 17-year-old for her age. I guess. Yeah, I guess Melina probably lived by herself. Maybe that's why he thought it was cool to do. Maybe these people weren't in college and weren't talking about, like, their classes or something. I don't know. I feel like this is pretty fucking straightforward. Was Lemon hate watching for 4 hours? Like, what has happened? That's why you and Ethan acting like it's just about age is stupid. Like, what? By quoting exactly what he said and providing, like, 15 minutes of context? But dude, how could that be a clip chimp? What is a clip chimp? At that point, it's basically longer than I showed you more context than the average Pegasus video in length. There are entire YouTube channels that post less context for less video for an entire video for the context that I showed you. Dude, it's out of context, you retarded snarker. Approved 1 minute ago, dude. Approved. I got held. JF was fetishizing 18 to 19-year-olds. He had a huge quest to impregnate as many freshly 18 women as he could. Destiny's chat was arguing, why care if the women you're targeting are of age? And he was arguing that a 29-year-old and a 19-year-old have very little in common. very little reason to be in the same place, and very little reason to end up in a relationship together. He didn't say it was weird to be X age and date. That's what he's... Wait. So you are acknowledging that he argued that a 29-year-old and a 19-year-old have very little in common, very little reason to be in the same place, and very little reason to be in... But it wouldn't be... But calling it weird is like a step too far. This is just like this, but extra. Like you just said, you're repeating the same thing, but you're like, it is X, but it's not X plus, I don't know, X derivative. I don't. He said it's weird to be 39 years old and explicitly targeting young women. That's not what he said. I don't. That's not what the clip said. But okay. Just call me a pedo and reply ban me. Okay, cool. I don't know. You're right. Got whiplash from hearing. Oh, good, dude. We got one in there. But that guy was there before Destiny said this was a bad thread, so don't go there. Yeah, I don't know. This just kind of seems like it's you kind of a... I don't know. It's weird. It's bizarre. All right.